Welcome to the Winds of Chaos, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign where you influence the course of the game. You can harness the Winds of Chaos, this nefarious force of change sweeping across the land of Gondara, by donating bits during the game to help or hinder our heroes. For 300 bits, our heroes may find a useful, mundane, non-magical item. For 400 or 500 bits, you buff the monsters that our heroes are facing, with a minor or major mutation respectively. Special thanks to Bow the Distance for creating the random monster mutation table that we roll on for these redeems. For 600 bits, you compel a player character's flaw. For 700 bits, you grant inspiration to one of the player characters. That's a reroll of the d20 for them to use during a clutch moment. For 800 bits, you make Flutter Die roll on the Wild Magic Surge table, our community's favorite. Flutter's character, Kiona, is a wild magic sorcerer and doesn't have full control over arcane powers, and every now and then, well, you'll just have to wait and see what happens. Finally, subscribers to the DM's channel, that is twitch.tv/ghostpepper, can harness the Winds of Chaos to blow a custom NPC or magic item into the party's path. Please direct message Ghost Pepper on Discord for more information. And if you're a regular supporter of this campaign on Twitch, please consider instead directing your support over to their monthly Ko-Fi subscription plan, as they use the proceeds over there to go directly towards improvements of the game, such as music, artwork, and subscriptions to different services that make the game that much better. Any monthly supporters on Ko-Fi get a free Major Monster Mutation, Wild Magic Surge, custom NPC, or magic item once per month. We really appreciate all of our Ko-Fi subscribers, bit redeemers, and every single one of you watching the game. Now please relax and enjoy the show.
Now.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. It's time for D&D.
So excited. It's happening.
I should probably start getting preps then, shouldn't I?
Yeah, now's the time, Ghost.
Prepping.
I am prepped. I am prepped.
Preparation is very important, chat, to make sure that everything goes
Hello, Bruce.
smoothly.
Hello,
I will
Bruce.
never forget when Wolf did that to Megan accidentally.
That was so funny.
Funniest
That
thing I'd
was-
ever
that
seen.
was one That was one of my all-time favorite moments in this Twitch community. Was
Poor Megan. Oh my god. The betrayal.
when Wolf didn't let the GIF play entirely on the
Yeah.
emote.
It was like, oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That's the one. That's
God, was that actually Bruce who trolled you there, Wolf? Like, I don't know who added that emote to the channel. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think it was Bruce.
Oh, okay. It was a
I don't
while
think it was
back.
Bruce.
so.
Yeah, it was a while back. I think it was actually on your channel.
Of all the things Bruce has
That
done,
might be something
Wasn't
that's on
that.
your channel. Yeah.
Well, maybe it was Drea then. She had a lot of
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh my god.
Isn't it so
Bruce.
good?
it's
So-
amazing.
Right?
Collie,
Hmm?
Collie, if you think that Bruce added a lot of emotes to my 7 TV.
Oh my
If you
God.
go on Woof's channel, nearly every word you could possibly type is now
Bruce
an
has
emote.
destroyed
just,
my,
oh
my
God.
chat.
every
It's
chat
amazing.
message is just full of emotes.
Yeah, we
It's crazy.
in the Vermintide community we call that the hieroglyphics because you gotta like
Yeah.
decipher them, you know. It's all the pictograms.
Yeah, every dirty word, which is basically every word that
Ah.
anybody says on Wolf's channel.
Right. Yeah.
Another good one about Bruce Campbell Soup is I gave away 20% of all my money to him in Guild Wars because he sent me the typical Nigerian prince scam.
Oh yeah. You got
He started sending me letters,
Oh my
and I knew
The
it was
King of
him.
Beggars.
It wasn't. I don't. Unless Bruce has another account, I don't think he's the King of Beggars because that's not the King of Beggars account.
Well, that's
is
a
not
separate.
his.
Oh.
But when I saw the Duke of Urchins, which is who messaged me last night in game, it was Bruce Campbell Soup, right? And I got it. I was like, and then I look at my friends list, and it's like Bruce Campbell Soup is logged in as a character named the Duke of Urchins, and I was like, okay, okay, I'll give it. I'll play along. I'll give it to him.
Amazing.
Great guy, Bruce. Great guy.
he's amazing.
He's an agent of chaos. When you talk to him, he's so chill. It's pretty
Mhm.
funny. The name was quite on the nose. It was. It was good though. And he's like, and I was like, if you see my friend Bruce Campbell Soup, give him a sip on the chin for me. And he was like, I don't know who that is, but I'll pass the message along for another 5 golds. And I was like, sure, here you go. Actually burned like almost all of my money in that game the other day, but here's the rest of it pretty much. Oh, Collie, you can't do that.
I know it's bad. It's so bad.
That's 10 to 16 hours a week.
It's like
prepping.
a part-time job.
That's-
What are you doing?
That's where you need to get paid. Like there's professional DMs now where it's like you can join my game for $10 a session. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Yeah.
I
Well,
did
at
a pay to
that
play
level.
once with, yeah, I mean,
Jeez. Well, my players they do pay for like I think like the highest tier on Roll20. I don't know. Anyway, they're amazing. So
that's cool.
wow, $28. Dang.
that per session.
$28 per
Yeah,
session.
Wolf's like, hey, maybe I'll start running.
No, I'm awful.
Oh, okay.
The one I did was 10 per session.
That was 10%. Hey, I'd pay you 10
$28
bucks a session. That was
per
fun.
Imagine paying for like $28 a month for something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wolf Flutter, you're muted.
Oh, there
Oh,
we go.
shoot.
Stream can't hear you.
Hi guys. Hi, what's up? Can you hear me now?
Hello, Flutter.
Hi. I was just saying I D&D
All right.
DM'd a game the other day, and it was really cool, and it was easy because it's just a one-page game, and it gives you all
Oh,
the parameters. It's all on this page. That's it.
Where'd you get that?
That's cool.
It's called The Witch is Dead. If you Google that one-page RPGs, I can't remember the guy's name.
Cool.
I need to look it up actually. Here,
The
I'll
Witch
find the
is
link.
Dead, one page.
G Show It.
Yeah.
No,
No.
is that right? No, that's not right.
No, it's
Rowan Rook
Rowan
and Deckard.
Rook. Rowan, Rook, and Deckard. That's it. That is it.
Okay.
Rowan, Rook, and Deckard. It's a really fun.
I know this one. I know this one.
It's a really fun. Did somebody already beat me
Oh,
to the
Ghost, we played in this one, didn't we? It was so fun.
No, you played
Oh,
in this
okay.
one.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was you and I talked about your character.
They have a
Right.
whole book
Samurai
of
Huey.
Planning.
a bunch of
Yeah.
books of
Still.
them actually. This
Yeah.
one particular place does. But the cool thing was like I also paid $5 for this one page to use however I want to, and it's definitely good for multiple plays. And also that was it was suggested $3.98 or something like that. Like basically you're paying whatever you want for
Wow.
this stuff.
Yeah.
So like you're donating for
Yeah.
it. So
Cool.
I highly recommend it. It worked out really well. It was really easy to DM a game for a bunch of noobs with just the information on this sheet on the fly. So if you're looking for some party tricks, that's a fun one to pull off for DMs
Nice.
that don't.
That's
plan
awesome.
It's a
ahead.
blast.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just so know.
That's
Christmas
amazing,
one-shot.
Flutter.
Yeah,
I'm so
let's
glad it
hear it.
went well.
Let's hear it, Ray Jones. Talk to us sometime. Talk to us sometime. For now, we're gonna maybe advance towards getting started. We're gonna move.
Oh, right.
Make a
This isn't
movement
talk this isn't
towards
a podcast.
beginning to think about getting started. So I have a question of the day for you, Flutter. I don't know. Did you put that in?
I
on
did.
Your
I
bot
did.
there?
WOC QOTD.
Okay. What is one thing your character has seen or done that no one would ever believe? And you've all had the players in this campaign have all had their moments where their character was off on their own, or they were like whisked away to another plane of existence, or they were in like a dream, or something like that. But what is one thing that your character has done or seen that no one would ever believe? And if you, dear chat, have a D&D or other TTRPG character who is near and dear to your heart, especially but not solely one who has guested in this campaign, please feel free to answer for them, because we just love to talk shop about everybody's D&D characters, so we'd like to hear from you. So before we get to the answers, and while our players are thinking of their answer to the question, I have some thank yous to distribute to the community. First of all, thank you to all of our Ko-fi members. Thank you so much for your ongoing contributions. Bard is really fun to play with, I will say. She's really fun to play D&D with. Yeah, Carly too. I haven't played D&D with Carly, but I want to someday. But thank you to all of our Ko-fi members. Your ongoing contributions every month help to fund some of the really neat bells and whistles. Like our Roll20 subscription, art that we've commissioned, all sorts of fun stuff. Remember, if you have a Ko-fi membership, you get every month you get a custom NPC to appear in the game, a custom magic item to appear in the game, a major monster mutation, or a Kiona Wild Magic Surge to add some extra chaos to our game. As Rupert would say, spice things up. Second thank you is to our rules lawyer, Starborn Striker, and Both the Distance when they are able to make it to a game. There are resident rules lawyers. They help keep us on the straight and narrow. If there's ever any confusion about the rules, they help us out with that. So thank you so much. Third thank you is to Vinyl Stencil, who organizes all of the bits redeems for us, keeps us on track with that, while still allowing us to continue to play. And final thank you is to all of you, just for being you, just for being cool, just for being the wonderful community that you are. All right, so question of the day. I'm just looking in chat if there's any answers, one thing Efima has done that no one will believe is that she made at least $500 a month via astral projection. Wow. Astral projection from her own home? Was she like filling out surveys? that sounds like, you know, one of those schemes. One thing Darvin has done that no one will believe, actually gotten flustered when talking about a boy he likes. Aw. Do you have another Kofi thing yet? Yep. Yep, you do. Classic remote work from her own home. If you miss the question of the day, fear not. You can use that command, WOCQOTD, to see the question of the day. What is the one thing your character has seen or done that no one would ever believe? What is one thing that Mazra has seen or done that no one would ever believe?
She did see attack ships off Orion. One, no,
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
Oh my god.
no, probably. I think one of the maybe most out there, whatever. I think seeing like Grumsh's backstory, because it's like people don't normally get to see God stuff like that, so.
So, like, knowing Grumsh's origin story.
Right.
Right.
Like, who else would know that? Like, very few people, probably.
Yeah, I think that's a very good.
Knowing Grumsh, he would probably,
Yeah,
if he
and
found
that
out,
kind of backstory,
anybody he
right?
found out knew, like, he would want to destroy them. Yeah, that kind of backstory is.
Come at me, bro.
One. Yeah, that kind of backstory is not one that somebody like Grumsh wants to get out.
Mhm.
Excellent. What about Foodle? Something Foodle's done or seen that no one would ever believe.
So we were hurtling through, I don't know, space or some shit, trying to climb a tower, and Foodle's getting like turned to ash by laser beams from this fucking giant creature that he doesn't know what it is. Kiona's like summoning dragons and shit, and Apesra grabs some sort of god tier object and leaps off the top of this thing and slams this artifact into the beholder, killing it. No one's ever gonna fucking believe that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was quite a one. That was quite an encounter.
That was.
Yeah. Foodle was like,
oh my goodness.
right before being vaporized, watches King Kong. Fucking. Oh shit. Anyway.
Fall down onto the thing. Oh my god.
Yeah. Nice. What about Kiona?
I mean, that ranks up there. I feel like Kiona has done and seen a lot that people would not believe unless they met Kiona. The race changing on the regular. I feel like the series of surges that made her age 10 years and transform into a giant, and then there were several different transformations in there, I think. I feel like that's a big one for her.
Yeah, because there was one time when people rolled a bunch of surges for you.
Yeah, and had like 8 of them built up or something.
Yeah, they weren't.
Oh my god.
They weren't at an appropriate moment. Like they're at like a really inappropriate moment where it just wouldn't make sense. So we were just like, we'll do those surges later.
Right.
And then the battle started, and we're like, okay, spend them all.
Kyona's like, we need a distraction! Runs out into the middle of the field and starts triggering surges left and right.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. Nice. All right. Well, folks, let's get ourselves started. So we are returning once again to the city of Dal Kalash. Now you're home. Let's see. Is this good music? A little light. Let's see this one. Well, that's okay. Let's go with that. Oh, I have a sound that's unable to play. Never mind. That's okay. So we're gonna situate ourselves in according to the timeline events that happened. You've overcome the Wayfarer's trial. It was revealed to you that over time, the Wayfarer, Goldrill, and Halius Garon were gathering others like Kiona, what are called inspired people who were born with Korai spirits fused to them for whatever nefarious purpose the Dreaming Dark has in store, for subverting kingdoms and empires and governments all across the world. These are the individuals, though, that, like Kiona, kind of broke free from that and are just trying to live their own life on their own terms now. Now refugees, much as you were in your city. Then from there, you went out to the sea to hunt a sea monster with a little bit of a frenemy from the past, a wizard named a wizard pirate named Typhon, who promptly, once you slew the sea monster, came back with its corpse, doffed his hat at you, bade you adieu. Oh my god, Admiral Dingus is here. How's it going, buddy? What's new? I was just thinking about you earlier today. Yeah, and then he took off. Mostly so I don't need to keep on coming back to him anymore. That's right. Classic Typhon. You know that Admiral Dingus, who's a colleague of mine, told some students that he tutors to ask me about Typhon.
Oh no.
These students are like, tell us about Typhon's backstory. And I'm like, no. No. Yeah. Mr. Pepper, tell us about Typhon. No, not happening. It does bring you great joy to stir the pot. Then you headed out of town to explore the Forbidden Territory further, find its mysteries, its secrets, deal with some of the potential dangers to your fledgling new community. You found a ruined town with an ancient chapel of sorts that had been destroyed or abandoned shortly after the apocalypse of the flying mountain, the falling mountain that dropped into the ocean right off the coast of Dal Kalash. Making your way into the basement, the undercroft of this chapel, you found it to be a sort of perverse inversion of the chapel above, and as you explored, learned the sad story of the priestess who used to preside over this once holy place, whose powers abandoned her at the moment of need, and in order to serve her people, turned to ever darker and more twisted magics, culminating in pretty much outright necromancy. You put her and her undead followers to rest and recovered a generous bounty of something like 23,000 gold pieces. Welcome to
shit,
level
alright.
15 and up. Welcome to level 16
25,000
plus.
altogether.
Yeah. Oh my god. And that is actually rules as written. Generated a horde of that size, which is amazing.
Amazing.
Finally, and semi-canonically, after you return to town, the Wayfarer gave you another quest to venture into an abandoned area of town where people had cited strange spirits, and you found an ancient abandoned tavern that had been taken over by what at first appeared to be a ordinary, if rather creepy, costume and prop salesperson, which turned out to be some sort of a infernal entity merged together with a malicious Korai spirit. Dealing with that, you restored order to the disembodied spirits who still inhabit that quarter of town, allowing them to move on, although they promised that every year, in the anniversary of that, they would come back and pay your town a visit.
The costumes.
Yeah, Ephema
definitely
teamed up with
have
you.
Have to.
Ephema teamed up with you for that one.
Ephema and Sihio costume, and Foodle in like
CEO costume.
jungle ape man, sexy jungle ape man costume.
Yeah.
We definitely need these costumes regularly in our lives. That is all.
That was nice. Yeah. I love the part where Ephema dressed in a CEO costume. Like when Megan did that, I was like, "Oh man!"
Right.
Then at the climactic moment, when all is revealed, she becomes tempted, influenced by the corrupting power of the CEO costume, to become a nakedly greedy profit seeker. All right. And that leaves you, the so-called discretionaries. I'm never accepting that name, by the way.
You already have. It has come out of your mouth before it come out of ours in a session, so you have.
Did
Too
it
late,
really?
Ghost
Oh my
Pepper.
goodness.
I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting
Too
it.
late.
It's too late.
From now until the end of this campaign, wwhenever you introduce yourself to NPCs as the discretionaries, they will always be like, sure. Is that name meant to be ironic or something? But the discretionaries find themselves with something that they haven't had in a very long time, downtime, in a place they have not been for years, which is a home of their own. Sure, the home is a sprawling, abandoned, ruined city, and there's much work to be done, cleaning out rubble, rebuilding structures, re-establishing some sort of order and system of distribution of basic things like food, medicine, labor where it's needed. You also each individually have some things that you may want to take care of. So what would you guys like to start with? Do you want to start with some of the group stuff, like talking about, settlement management or the strongholds, or do you want to start with the more individual downtime activities? What would you like to start with?
I think I would prefer the group and then individual. What do you guys think? But
That's fine.
it's
Works
a
for
very
me.
slight preference. I'm happy either way. Yeah. Okay.
Work for me.
We're getting a both either way. This is also an opportunity for you to see if you can, acquire some personal adventuring gear, as you may wish, with your newfound wealth.
Oh yeah, nets. I
You know what? Oh, Collie, I have a great idea. Let's- okay,
I just want to
Maja-
see the look on his face.
Maja has issues about the number of urchins running around. Let's employ them to make nets for Foodle.
Ooh,
Gainful
yeah.
employment, constant net.
You guys are
That's right.
You guys are amazing.
All right.
We have
All right.
5,000 extra dollars. I
Industry.
mean, let's just spend it all on nets. Having that many.
Well, let's
I think that's-
say,
God, can you imagine?
we're gonna take a look at our lifestyle expenses here. So
I think we need
you have all
an
these-
academy.
you have all these urchins running around, all these orphans running about in the town. You can pay them each 1 silver piece a day to make nets for a squalid lifestyle, or 2 silver pieces for a poor lifestyle, or 1 gold piece for a modest lifestyle.
Orphans 1 gold. Are you kidding me?
I
I was just like, I lived on 1
That's
copper when I was a kid.
Inflation, old woman.
Back in my day.
Back in my day. Lord.
So are you actually doing that, or
Well,
have the
I mean,
webpage
I don't.
open? I'm ready.
I said
I'm
it
ready.
as a funny flavor thing, but if we can get
up
discount
to
on
you.
nets for Foodle, I mean,
It's
would
up
it
to
help the? I said it as a joke, but like if we
Well, how much does the
employ
net
these
cost?
children,
I know.
Would
I
it
think a
help
net
the-
might cost a gold. It might
what
be
do you-
10 gold.
What
I
would
don't
you
know.
what would you employ those children to do?
I don't know, little odd jobs. Get them some training, like
Get 'em some
vocational training.
I feel like we've got
Is
a
the
lot
caravan here?
do we have a lot of magic children? We should be doing school, you guys. I feel
Apprentice
like
them.
we should be doing
I know, right?
Apprenticing them is fine.
There you go.
School of some kind of education, right?
I like that.
All right.
Bruce.
Who's gonna do that?
It's
It
logistics,
costs
right?
this much. Oh my god.
Mazra will convince the caravan people to take on apprentice children.
Shoot, Ghost. Did you find the cost of a net?
That's a
I'm
great
pulling it
idea,
up.
Maz. That's a
Convince-
great idea,
No, I didn't.
Mazra.
Why
Okay,
don't you look it
I'll-
up, Colin?
I'll get it. Yeah.
Convince who?
The caravan to take
that's
on
our
the
main-
Caravan.
People with
take
with
on
skill sets,
Bruno or
right?
Blue Jacket?
right.
Well,
but
because all of these
imagine
like
Andrea Pantalonia
What?
teaching a whole new little passel of kids how to make tea.
because all of these Quori people that have been living here, are they like they don't have any applicable skills, correct?
Some of
They
them.
know how
Some
to-
of them do.
Okay.
They're from all
Okay.
walks of life.
Like
We need
some
to-
of
we
them
need
could
to-
be rodeo.
Organize everyone, figure out what their skills are, and get them actually teaching these children to do something with their lives.
Right.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you assemble the inspired. It's
Mm.
probably a good way to go because the people who came over in your caravan don't really know what it's like to live life with another voice inside their head, which the adult inspired do. So it's probably the best way to go to raise these inspired orphan children. Oh my god, the net math in chat. I'm ignoring you right now, chat. I can't. I can't with this. A robust math curriculum. Ugh. D&D is already too much math for me.
Right?
Um,
Oh.
I have a
Yeah,
spreadsheet open
and-
right now, Striker.
So you managed to set up a building system where some of these orphans go and live with some of the adult-inspired refugees in their households, becoming kind of like live-in foster children or stepchildren or something like that. Let's say that you can increase your worker pool for the settlement by 5
Ooh.
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 as the children are put to work.
Finally, Monster's dream come true.
Oh no.
Right.
I like that.
All right. I have it in our spreadsheet on the. It's on the second sheet of the vault, you guys, just in case you're looking to keep up on the settlement numbers.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I've got like my own thing, but I think the spreadsheet is gonna work way better.
I'm hoping. Well, I don't know
Some
how
net
complicated it's
income.
gonna get to track on a spreadsheet. So.
True, yeah. Ghost will never make good nets. Oh my god.
I never want to have to make nets in my life. Not interested. That is a skill I'm not interested in. I'll say that
This-
right now.
It does seem like it would be a lot of work, like a lot of weaving.
We
and-
will be the net capital of the world. Our
mean,
artists
we
and
are a
nets will be
coastal
sent
town.
out to
It
the
would
four
be-
corners of the universe.
It would make
That's
sense
right.
if we
it,
made
it would be
nets.
it would not be bad not be a bad idea to have a net industry. Jesus Christ. Yes.
Look, I sent
He's
you a message
not
when you asked
interested.
about downtime, and I said
Thank
work
you.
/ business should want to help get the city going. So this is
Yeah.
this is applicable.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of getting the city going, I know that you are working on moving the city from I think it's a poor to modest rating.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So where are you with that? I think the last time, I'm not sure whether it is that you ran out of money or you ran out of worker points.
It was essentially money.
But-
I mean, we capped out our
It
worker
was
points
money,
too.
yeah.
But we did it because we essentially were trying
Sure.
to.
Yep.
We're I'm sorry. Yeah, we now have 5. Okay, so I don't know, Flums, what?
Well, okay, so I mean we've got the basics, right? So now we focus on commerce.
Yeah, we need to make more money. Is the thing that was I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Did we set up that
So-
portal?
Wait, what?
So once again, just to remind chat about how the settlement rules work, is the settlement has a certain lifestyle level. Right now, they're on the first level, which is poor,
Hold on, let me.
and this is where
See if
the
this
this is where the different industries and whatnot are all sort of subsistence based. Their first priority is to feed their population, which they have effectively done. They've basically made a stable food supply, and now they need to work on upgrading their commerce to 20 GP per work point. Which with the additional 5, what are you at now?
Oh, right. I think we were at 150, but that does change
We were
things.
at 250
Oh, 250.
in
You're right.
commerce for the
Okay.
moment.
Right, because we were just over half. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That's right.
And what do you need to get up to now?
But yeah, it increases because we needed it to be 500, but with 5 more people.
Yep.
Was it 500?
Yep.
Is that right? Math is mathing.
Well, how many did you have before? How many people?
Yeah, 20.
20. Yeah, so
Yeah.
now you have 25.
Right.
So it's 20 times 25.
Right.
So that's 500.
So we probably needed 400 before. So yeah, that sounds right. Right? I don't know. Something.
I think. Yeah.
I know our
Sorry, I
goal
was
was
looking at-
between 400 and 500. So or 500 or something like that before anyway.
Yeah, it was 400, and we were at 250.
Right.
Yeah,
So
now it's
Right.
500.
okay.
Okay.
So you're halfway there. Whoa, oh.
I was just thinking that song. Well, okay. So if we look, well, I don't know. I mean, I think there's something in the or no, was it the quarry that we can do? I don't remember.
The quarry is making 100 right now.
Okay, so we already did the quarry. Where is?
We
Wait.
have an outfitter making 50. A quarry making 100. Mine is making 100. That's where all of our money is coming out of. The mine, the quarry, and the outfitter.
Okay, so the mine is already doing it, and the outfit. Okay, all right, and then where is this thing from Ghost? Oh my God, why can't I find this thing? I was just looking at it yesterday.
Is this
too.
the settlement one?
Yeah,
Here, let me.
shared with me. Shouldn't it be at the top? Because like I was just looking at it.
Here, I'll put it in our chat on Discord.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I think our farms they can't make money yet because we gotta level up the town, right? Is the lumber mill making money yet? Because that's one avenue. Lumber mill.
The lumber mill does not make
It doesn't make
money on its own.
I thought it could make commerce if we did something.
You
saw?
can-
Oh no, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Isn't
at the wrong
that
thing.
it's in the upper? Isn't it in the next one up or something that the lumber mills can make?
The
more?
carpenter,
The carpenter. That's what
carpenter,
we're
if
you
thinking
have
of,
a-
but if we have the next
yeah,
one
if you have
up,
a lumber mill producing
Right.
commercial lumber,
right.
Yeah.
then the carpenter can turn that into commerce.
Oh, so that's 20 gold
Yeah.
a week. So we can make a carpenter now since we have the people for it.
Yeah. And I mean, we know that we're gonna need commercial lumber at some point.
So
Mhm.
let me put that down
And once again, unless otherwise stated, where it says like the carpenter takes commercial lumber, you don't need one lumber mill producing commercial lumber per carpenter. You know,
Okay.
one
Right.
lumber mill making commercial lumber, and a bunch of carpenters can use it.
here. Okay.
There's some things where it's specified that it's going to take up the entire produce of, like I think in the next level, the tavern takes up one of your farms, but in this case, unless clearly stated, once you have a resource, you just have it. We don't quantify it.
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
like which civ was that? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, okay, so what that suggests to me, like looking through this, I think that we probably need another mine and another quarry, which I think we were going to need at some point anyway. Because those have pretty good. I mean, they both produce 100 GP per week, and other stuff as well, right? So, if we need it. like construction stone, commercial stone from the quarry, and then base metals and precious metals, right?
Yeah.
We'll need those outputs at some point. I mean, right now we just need the commerce, but
All right, so we're gonna put in. I'm sorry. I think. Yeah. So we need to put in the money toward the expansions of these things, though, so that we can get the max out of them, probably, right?
yeah, and I'm wondering, we might want to upgrade some of the other stuff. But oh god, I'm trying to do one thing at a time. You know, I don't want to overwhelm myself.
There's some great suggestions coming out of chat.
I approve.
Get a printing press for the mass production of fanfic and erotica.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Mazzer definitely approves after
Birdhouses.
learning Elfish from.
Big business.
But you've learned, but Kiona has learned Elvish in the way that
Mazzer, not
Like-
Fiona.
that a weeb has learned Japanese. Like
Yeah. Oh god.
you go to Japan and speak anime to people.
Yeah, exactly.
Akimasu Baka Chan.
Okay, Flutter. Get us. So this is going to cost 700 gold,
Okay, what is it?
but that is a second mine that only takes 2 worker points because we could get the push
Okay.
carts, right?
So -2, and that's 700. You said.
Yeah, that's 700 gold.
All right. And is that a? That is. Are we gonna do commerce? So that's gonna be another 100 in commerce.
Yeah, I think commerce, right? Because
Yeah.
that puts us to 350. So we're getting really close. And then if we do 600 gold, that's a second quarry with the heat fracturing upgrade for -1. So that's another 2 worker points, which I think leaves us with 1 worker point, right?
Which we can maybe put into Carpenter then.
Yeah. Because then that's another 100 GP of
You
commerce
said that
per
was
week.
the quarry is 800. You said. I'm sorry.
600.
600. 600. All right.
Sorry. No, Megan, you're fine. I'm trying to ignore chat, not because it's not amazing, but
You're doing the right thing, Collie. Thank you.
Okay, but what does that upgrade cost? Slumber Mill can produce both construction.
Oh, the upgrade is 200 for the workshop expansion and the Carpenter thing.
Oh
That
right,
gives
yeah, we
us-
should do that.
50.
Is that the
GP in
remaining
commerce
50?
total?
That might put
Is
us
that
at
it?
exactly 500. That might, yeah.
Because that
'Cause
says
that was
20
200
usually a week
and then
plus
50.
30 if you get that expansion.
Yeah.
So that's 450
Yeah, we
altogether
definitely
to
That
build
ups it to 50.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I think we did it.
think we can
We
do
figured
it.
it out.
And how much was the quarry bringing out? 100. Yeah. Yeah, that helped. That fucking does it. Hell yeah.
Now, one thing to keep in mind too is you have the I don't know
food
if you have
cost.
any spare worker points. You're keeping track of this stuff, not me. But some of the places have apprenticeships, and basically that is basically something that you have to invest in over the long term. They can be pretty powerful, but they take a while to spin up. So
Yeah,
that's
you
just
know what?
something that, like, I don't know if you have any spare worker points right now, but that is something where, like, if you do, you may want to slot a few in to get the benefits from that, because you have to plan ahead for those ones.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's what I'm thinking, Flutter. We've got an existing mine and quarry. We didn't have the money to upgrade them.
Oh, okay. So do we just upgrade those
So we
instead
could-
then?
Well, no. We
Oh.
need to do both, but we can do the push carts for the mine and something for the quarry and gain 2 worker points, because then they're more the instead of 3 people working at the mine and the quarry like the original ones, then it's down to 2 each. So we could gain 2 worker points that way.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So then we
Right.
could maybe do the apprenticeship thing. Yeah, I think. But it would cost, I think it's 400, so 200 each.
All right. So
Does that make sense? So like these ones here, right? Because we've
Yeah.
already
I'm
upgraded the
putting them
second.
in the second. I'm doing it in a second phase because of the issue of.
Oh, I see.
So I'm putting them down here in the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Do you want me to adjust the worker points or no?
I can do it down here. So that gives us one
Okay,
each.
perfect. Yeah.
All right. So those are added there.
Nice. Okay. And then
I just, because of the total of like the cost in phase 1, I didn't want to run into the cost in phase 2, like how much we're spending today.
I see.
So I
That
made
makes
a
sense. So we're
different,
doing it in phases. Yeah.
Yeah, section here.
Okay.
We're looking at a
Okay.
spreadsheet, you guys. Flutter is working
Just
her
like-
spreadsheet magic.
She is a spreadsheet queen. I wonder, would you be able to put like a viewer only version? Like, are you doing the spreadsheet in like Google Sheets?
I opened it, yeah, but I think I can.
So if you're doing it,
I can open it
if you're doing
here
it in Google Sheets, yeah.
so that people could see what it is a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
But it maybe what one thing that we
A-
can do
like a
is we
share
can
link?
like share
Yeah.
the viewer only version,
Right.
not an editable version.
Yeah.
We could share that on like the Discord, and people can look at it if they want to, if they're curious, if they're fellow spreadsheeters.
Yeah, that's right.
This is where we also have, this is my actual bank, our keeping for our vault for our bag
Oh my
of
God.
holding and
Yeah,
stuff.
this
like, all of
document
our,
is like,
money
what?
that comes in and out is here. our individual cash and holdings.
That's amazing.
So
It's like a proper ledger.
so
That's so good.
just and this is just the plain sheet I came up with when we started doing the settlement and stuff, like. So that's right. we love
Boris
the
Clemens.
sheets. Anyway.
Okay, so by my
so I just
count,
need to total these up. Yeah.
yeah, I think we have 1 spare worker point? Question mark. But I don't know if that's true or
I
not.
guess I can do that. Why is it doing this one? Yeah, alright, do that. Haha. Do we have a spare worker point? Look, it knows what I wanted to do, except I wanted to do them further than that.
Wait, -1. That's not good.
Hold on. Oh, because I started with a I didn't start with 5 in the first place. Hold on.
Oh. Okay.
It's B29. There we go. 2 extra worker points.
Oh, we have 2. Okay.
If we
Alright.
did that,
Oh, wait.
because we counted 1, but I didn't. Are we not?
Did we
Is
do the apprenticeship yet? Because that'll be 1 less worker point. Because the apprentice will go and
per mine and quarry.
apprentice at the carpenter or whatever.
There's
Is
no
that-
apprentice at the mine.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. Yes.
The buildings with apprenticeship as a option for upgrades right now are the carpenter and the outfitter.
Right. How do I note that though? Like, if this carpenter is that like a -2 then because of the apprenticeship? There are 2 people in the carpentry? Because we added the apprentice.
Yeah, so apprenticeship is +1 work point,
Right.
but that +1 work point does nothing until for the first 12 weeks, and then after 12 weeks
Then it will
it
gain
increases the commerce.
a amount of commerce. Okay.
It gains a commerce buff.
All
Yeah.
right. So then these are okay, but that they don't add to our. Why do I have 2 extra people here? If we start with 5, are we? I'm sorry, Flumps. Are we getting rid of the mine and the quarry because we don't need? But we need their commerce.
No. Sorry, we desperately need the mine and the quarry.
Okay,
yeah,
I
we
was
can't
gonna
do this
say.
without it.
Like, okay, so is this stuff in phase 2, right? Then, what am I missing? Why are-
Well, okay, so the carpenter -1. What is
Yeah.
that?
That would be a minus a worker for the carpenter thing.
I know, but is that for the workshop expansion or the apprenticeship? Because they both cost a worker point.
Oh, then
And
it
it
should
costs.
be minus
It's not
2.
minus
Oh,
1, it's
that's-
plus 1.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you're minusing from your total.
I'm
right?
minusing from my total.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
starting total up here. So
Yeah.
okay, sorry about that then. And
Okay,
it's the
so we
same-
do have the 1. Okay.
Yeah, so now we have one.
Everything else looks correct to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Woof, you've been pretty quiet. Anything you want us to? We got 1 extra worker. I mean, these are your urchins, you know.
I mean, put them to work.
Yeah. Send them to the mines. I mean, we've Bruce,
No,
we
not
have
like
been
that.
sending them to the
Look,
mines.
Mazra wants them to work. She doesn't want child labor. She wants them learning trades. Not
Children working
Leaving
is
away.
child labor.
no, but you know what I mean. Like not like picking a child in a coal mine. That's she doesn't want that.
Right.
Like she believes in bootstraps,
Well-
but
That's actually what I'm gonna do.
not
Oh.
whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Metaphors
No,
going
I,
nowhere.
I agree. Well, okay, so with the last worker point, I mean, we can always do like another foraging team, right? The other option though is maybe doing an apprenticeship at the outfitter. It does the same thing, you know, after 12 weeks, then they're going to add 50% bonus to the building's commerce output. Now, it's not as good, you know, but it's still
That's fine.
good commerce, right? So,
Right,
yeah.
so that'll be like
One thing
25 here. And...
One thing to note about the outfitter is that it needs to have an input of animal craft materials per week to produce any commerce, right?
Yes.
And so when you're ready, that will mean that we need to move on to resolving the forge teams.
Yes, yeah, and that's what we did last time. So like we calculated the farms first, and then okay, how much food do we need now, right? And anyway,
Right.
yeah, it was fun. That was great. Because
Yeah,
then
Because I
you
think
know
we have
usually
people out getting animal craft materials, don't we?
yes, yeah. Last week we did,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's how we had the 250.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so if we get unlucky, we might not be at the 500. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if you get unlucky.
Yeah.
When you're ready, though, when you're
Yeah.
like, you don't need to. If you've still got more spreadsheet stuff to do, don't let me deter you from that while you're in the middle of something else.
No. That's fine.
I know I
think-
can get that way, where I need to finish something and I'm already moving on to the next thing.
People can make up the difference with that.
With the
But yeah, no. I mean,
Actually,
I'm
I'll
sure
allow
there's-
that if Foodle wants to sell his nets. I'll
Ghost
allow
is
it.
gonna exchange. He's
I'll allow it.
God.
Let
No.
him
You can-
push us over
You
the
can have
top.
extra commerce in exchange for my sanity.
No, I need my nuts.
Foodle's damn nets.
I've only got 49 left.
Could be selling hemp
Oh,
nets.
God. What did you say, Flutter? So,
Hemp nets.
hemp net. Yeah, see, there you go.
Hemp
That's
nets.
what Foodles. That's the long. That was the long con of Foodles quality smoke leaf.
The long con. Yeah.
All right, but no, I mean, as far as I know, that's all of our worker points. How much money did we spend there, Kiana? Because we got to subtract that from our total, right? So
1550. Yeah.
okay, that's not bad. So we've got just shy of 4K after. Oh wait, Mazra, did you decide? Oh yeah, you wanted like you were thinking for your stronghold. You were thinking like a fortress rather than
Probably,
like an
yeah.
establishment or
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
not a temple, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I figured. All right. So Ghost, we're gonna spend. Oh wait. If Poodle and Mazra want to start construction on a stronghold, like, you know, a big collective structure, so Kiona's got her tower, and then Mazra and I have like these fortresses, right? Kiona's was half cost because it's a ruin that we're refurbishing. Would ours be half cost as well? Because it's 10,000 per.
Yeah.
If it's not half cost.
Well, yeah,
Or
like you have
5.
all these, like you're in this, like the ruins of a sprawling metropolis, right? It's not quite as sprawling as it used to be because a lot of it was destroyed 1,000 years ago when the
Right.
what we would call a meteor hit it. But this was a city of, you know, imagine what's the city in the Rings of Power, the human city, Numenor.
Numenor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that it?
Mm.
Like imagine that. Like if you've been watching the Amazon series.
Oh, I
This is-
haven't.
this
I
is
just know
basically-
Numenor from.
Oh, there you go.
Collie's a nerd.
I am a nerd. Bunny and I were
But not
talking
enough.
about this. Oh my
We
god.
love
Not
you,
enough of a
though.
nerd apparently to watch the Rings of Power season 2.
Sorry,
Now on
Have
Amazon.
I think you know what's
Have
funny.
our
I think
discussion
Vinyl
about
has
it.
watched the Rings of Power. I don't know. Vinyl, have you seen those? Rings of Power. Oh, no, okay, not yet. We had plans, but anyway, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. That's pretty
We'll
good.
get to it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
believe the
thanks.
haters.
Okay.
They're oddly. Megan and I were just talking. They're oddly quiet in season 2. Everybody was all over it in season 1, and then now that there's a season 2, they've oddly gone quiet. But anyway, back to the game. Yeah. So this is a huge city, mostly empty. For your strongholds, you can like move into like a palace or like a fort that was sort of on the old city walls, things like that, and convert it to whatever you would have use for, right? So yeah, you all get to use the in the strongholds and followers rules, you all get to use the rebuilding a ruin rules, which means that you can start your first level of your stronghold at half the cost.
Okay. So, Flutter, I don't know if you're tracking this, but maybe from our group stuff from the bag of holding, subtract 10,000 gold for Mazra and Foodle's strongholds. Also, Peter, welcome. I can't tell you how excited I am for the stronghold stuff. I hope Woof and Flutter are enjoyed as much as I think I will.
I'm excited
It'll be
about
so
it.
cool. I think Woof is going to
It's
get,
pretty good.
based on what I know about Woof, or maybe I should say what I know about Mazra. I think
Ah.
Mazra's going to be most excited about retainers, because retainers are like NPCs that you get to boss around and be like, hey, go do this thing. And
Yeah.
it's great.
Time to set up a workshop with little minions, a forge.
Which both the and chat chat knows, we talked about this before stream. There are brand new, as of like last week, there are like official rules for building like player homes and player bases called bastions in the new Dungeon Master's Guide that just came out. Both that and the Matt Colville Strongholds and Follower rules, which we had started to use right before those new baked-in rules came out. Both of those have allowances for like retainers, followers, workshops. So you can either way you want to cut it. Woof, Mazra can have her own little assembly line factory of trinket makers,
Oh,
Man,
bootstrap
that stuff-
makers for more people to pull themselves up by.
sell
right.
cheap, expand the market.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, she supports artists and goods. Mazra pays for workers.
That's
So
right.
whose
And
stronghold do
exposure.
we want to work on
I'm just kidding.
first? Shall I
What do you-
roll
what
a
do you
die?
mean?
Like who wants to like start setting up their stronghold? first?
I'm happy
Before
with
moving
any
on
of
to
them
this.
really. What do you think, Coley?
Well,
So
what
you
do
probably
you
you
mean?
probably have enough for all of you to start it, right?
Oh yeah. So Flutters is I think 3 weeks in, because we already started
we
construction
started
on
with
hers.
that, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Kiona's has had like I think 3 weeks, and then so it'll actually be a month and a half once we're done with these 3 weeks of downtime. So that's nice.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
but yeah, I mean for Foodle, I mean basically he wants like a keep somewhere near Kiona's tower, kind of
Hmm.
defending the walls, right? So that's
Yeah.
what. Oh, and he'll probably get the Muffin Man, right? He's like a trainer
Slade
guy.
Ashrain.
Yeah,
Ew.
to maybe like help with the plans and stuff. I mean, I know that guy's not like.
We
Anyway.
would
I need-
probably search out a defensive bastion of the city. Probably there already was one in existence that we could
True,
kind of
yeah.
build off of, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I need Poodle to go work one-on-one with the Muffin Man and spend a lot of time together.
They did go out on a couple dates back in the day, didn't they?
Oh my gosh! Here's your fan
So
fiction chat.
Kiona's building a tower, which is
Yes.
Does the ruin have the build time as well, or just the build cost? Rebuilding from ruin.
Oh, let me double check it. It might cut the time in half as well. I don't know.
Half the
Um,
time and half the cost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 120 days becomes 60 days. So 2 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And after today's episode, we will be at a month and a half. So you will have 2 weeks left.
Kiona's going to have a magic tower, you guys. A tower where she can play with spells. I'm so
Oh my god, what? That's amazing! That's so cool. I can't wait. Oh my god, I hope that's what Kiona does with her downtime. Oh wait, but that'll be the end of the downtime. Shit. Alright, well, never mind. But yeah.
Oh no, the link. Oh no, the link is not working. I tried to make it new so it would work.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, it worked when I clicked it, but I don't know if it's. Oh, are you? You know what, Carly? Are you in my Discord? That might be why, because it's a link to a message in my Discord.
yeah.
So it might not. I don't know.
Good point. Good point. Okay, and then a keep is 150 days. Which, oh, Carly. All right. So, Kiona,
Bring me chaos.
you're up in your tower, kind of moving things around, getting things set up. you have some apprentices from the Unbroken Circle kind of helping you out, because you're like, what do you know about making a magic tower, right? Like, so you have some apprentices from the Unbroken Circle. They're kind of helping you out. Some of them a little bit grudgingly so, because they're working hard, they're studying hard, and you know they want to become like powerful wizards one day. You're already a powerful sorcerer just by instinct or whatever.
By accident.
So there's a little bit of there's a little bit of jealousy there, you know. Like I was talking before stream about rewatching What We Do in the Shadows, and there's that constant irritation of poor Guillermo, who all he wants to be is a vampire, but he never gets turned into one, and all the other people around him get turned into vampires, and he's like, damn it. there's a little bit of that going on, right? Like you're some country bumpkin that has just like, from their perception, accidentally fallen into being everything that they strive to be in their ambition. So not all of them, but some of them helping you out a little bit, like, oh yeah, oh, where do you want this? Oh, you don't even know where you want the magical floating crystal orrery, you know.
Fiona's feeling the pressure, you guys.
So, are you sure? You sure you want your alchemy table there? It's a little bit off the ley line intersection, you know.
So,
yeah. Sorcerers, they just get their magic.
so
Freaking
so while all
magic
this
nepo babies
is going on, basically. Well, I think it's more the warlocks or the nepo babies, aren't they?
you have to give up their
I don't
souls
know.
though. So
That is true. The warlocks
There is a
have
price.
to.
warlocks
There's
gotta
a
work,
price.
bitch.
The warlocks have to enter that
Work,
deal on
bitch.
their own. They're not just born into it. Right. Okay. So, Kiona, please roll a wild magic surge.
the first one was a 62, which is for the next minute.
Mhm.
You shout when you speak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You should roll that one while you're talking with the Wayfarer.
Or each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute.
Oh my god.
The invisibility ends on a creature when
Okay.
it attacks or casts a spell. And also, it's a 70. So there would be a race change there.
Oh,
So mass
Oh my
panic
goodness.
and a race change.
Massive panic.
I think I know which one you should do.
I think
but
we should
that's up
do
to
a
you.
race change. I think this.
You know what though? I feel like by now, maybe you would have spread the word around town that sometimes people just might just go invisible and it's okay. Don't worry about it. It'll go away in a couple minutes.
Disappears. Oh, I rolled a
So what
12.
happens is there's there is actually like basically this magical orrery that is being suspended from the ceiling. You've basically moved into an old wizard's tower, essentially, in town, near Foodle's Keep that he's rebuilding, which is on the wall. And what I'm kind of envisioning is like your tower's like a little bit further inside the city, but it's like a straight shot near Foodle's Keep here that he's building. And it was like an old wizard's tower from a long time before the okay, hold it to yourself. An old wizard's tower from before the fall of the city, and they are installing this magical orrery that will allow you this almost like model of the cosmos that will kind of absorb arcane energy from the world around it almost like passively, right? Like a solar collector almost. And so it's being installed here, and the Wizard's Tower was built right on a ley line intersection of mystical forces, and when they kind of slide the orrery into place, there's like a thing, and the arcane energies just sort of surge all at once, and that triggers, an Adelotti inside is like, oh, I don't feel so good, and there's like just a and then there's just boom, and everybody in the town for miles around can see just this crackling blue-white shockwave of arcane energy just kind of go like boom, and some people are like, whoa, look at that, and they're panicking or whatever. Other people who are more closely acquainted with Kiona from like the caravan days and things like that, they just kind of have this, oh, there she goes again kind of reaction. So Kiona, share with us what happens.
Well, upon the release of the energy, everybody turns invisible for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Or whatever it is, a minute. And when they come back,
so every apprentice, all the Unbroken Circle apprentices, they're looking at each other. Some of them are like up on ladders and things like that, and they have a friend holding the ladder, and their friend sees them disappear, and they're like, what, and then they like think their friend has disappeared. But the weight is still on the ladder, so they like the ladders fall.
Oh no!
You hear people like cry out in panic, and they start like colliding with each other, bumping into each other. A table with a bunch of scrolls piled on top gets like knocked over and scattered everywhere.
When the chaos subsides, then people
the furniture is invisible
again.
Too.
I wish Bo were here, you guys. It has finally happened. I rolled a 12 on the race change sheet, and that means
What is it?
Kiona reappears as a turtle.
Oh my goodness, it finally happens. It finally happened.
It finally happened.
Yordle is here. Okay.
Yeah, let's see. There's shells that pay. So adults stand 5 to 6 feet tall, an average of 450 pounds. Their shells account for roughly a third of their weight. They are still medium sized.
Kiona's like 450 pounds.
Yeah. You have claws if you hit with an unarmed attack instead with bludgeoning damage. Instead of bludgeoning damage, you do 1d4 plus strength mod slashing. You can hold your breath for up to 1 hour at a time. Your shell gives you a base AC of 17. You gain no benefit from wearing armor, but if you are using a shield, you can apply the shield's bonus as normal. You can withdraw into your shell as an action. Until you emerge, you gain a +4 to AC and have advantage on strength and constitution saving throws. You are prone, your speed is 0 and can't increase. You have disadvantage on dex saving throws and you can't take reactions. And the only thing you can do is emerge from your shell as a bonus action. And you're proficient in survival. As a turtle, Kiona is now this.
Alright.
Oh, Ghost Pepper! Here, let me pull that over. Let's see if I can. There we go. There we go.
There you go. That's what Kiona looks like now.
She's got a little bit of a red twinge to the not shell part.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Carly.
So, strength 2, wisdom 1. So here's where this is what I do that Ghost
Alright.
Pepper has repeatedly told me I don't have to do. All of these like modifiers are
Yeah.
because of other racial things. So I changed these things.
Yeah. Which I've repeatedly told her she doesn't have to do.
Right, but that's part of the whole race change thing.
Flutter doesn't do things easily.
If anybody knows me, they'll know. But that gave me a 1 point in strength, or maybe I don't know if I had it. Yeah, because I was 10 before. It did not help my wisdom score at all. But I can do strength things, and I can withdraw into my shell now, you guys. All right.
That's amazing.
So,
And you decent AC, right? Like, oh.
right, 17 AC. Does that count for the whole like sorcerers not wearing? I mean, it must AC, right?
Oh,
yeah.
So can I?
Yeah, natural armor doesn't count as
You know
worn
what, I'll
armor.
just. Can I make it a thing I'm wearing or something? Turtle.
Well, what I would do is there's a global AC modifier and just.
Oh,
do
can
that
I just do
and call it
that?
your-
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I've got one for Foodle for his defensive fighting style. Sometimes I have to uncheck it because if he's not wearing armor, he doesn't get the defensive fighting. Anyway, it's a whole thing.
Global AC modifier field. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Where is that fool? I mean, flops.
Oh, it's in the gear.
I checked the thing to toggle it, so it shows.
Oh, you
it.
did? Oh, so it's underneath your
Hey, leader.
attacks. There's a global attack modifier and then global AC modifier just above your gold and all that.
Oh. Oh, there
So
it
then you can just-
is. Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
thank you.
Yeah,
I usually have one of those set up for mage armor as well.
yeah.
Oh, is
exactly,
that how you
right?
do mage armor? I have that like somewhere
That's how I
else.
do it.
I have it down here
That's how
in
I do
my
it.
items, and when I don't have it
That's how I
checked or
do it.
something.
Oh,
So
well, there you
fitting.
go.
Yep.
I mean, either one works.
Oh my god. Woof. How do we post that in the Twitch chat?
Just it's a picture. Download it. And
What? Wait.
Make it as an
hold on, I
image.
can open it in browser.
Oh my God! Oh, Wolf has outdone
can-
himself once
will
again.
this- yeah, hold on.
Incredible.
Will this link work? I don't
can
know. if
just
that
open
link
it.
will work.
I'm gonna. Oh, can I just open it?
It's
Yes,
so
there it
good.
is.
It's so good.
Oh, incredible. It's so good.
So there's what Kiona looks like right now. So the invisibility spell ends, or the invisibility while magic surge ends. The Unbroken Circle apprentices they return to visibility. One of them is like tangled up under this scroll table with scrolls like covering her body that she tipped over. One of them is like groaning on the ground from the being dropped off the ladder. Some of them are like all tangled up in each other as they were running around in a panic and ran into each other because they didn't see each other. Yeah. Well, I'll talk to Flutter about that later. Megan. Not critical for right now. And then when it ends, this giant bipedal turtle with flowing red hair appears.
Oh, good.
And all the apprentices are like, ah!
What? Oh god. What happened? Kiona's
What in the hell's are you?
she kind of looks
Identify
herself
yourself.
over. She's like, oh. Oh, well, this one's new at least. It's me. Really? She just looks at them like, as if they don't know.
Well, I think they're a bit confused, Kiona. They might not know who me is.
Oh, it's me, Kiona Mealy. The magic surge made me change. She's now talking slower as a turtle. The magic surge made me change.
All of the apprentices are horrified, and there's one who's kind of like just trying
Now-
not to laugh.
Now it doesn't feel so bad that I got my magic this way and you gotta work
Yeah,
harder
yeah.
for yours, does it?
Yeah, and for the rest of the time that they're working with you on setting things up, they kind of aren't the ones who are bitter. Kind of are a little bit less bitter.
Ah, I'm sure Mazra will really like this one.
Speaking of Mazra, what are you doing for
Yeah.
your stronghold?
What do I need to do for it?
So your stronghold can be.
Oh, you just asked me which one I'm picking?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, that sounded really snarky. I didn't mean for it to be.
it's okay. I'm used to it.
Yeah, I think she was. What was the one? Kali was the like the fortress one.
Yeah, I think you're gonna want. I don't. Hold on.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
she's
she's not gonna
doing-
go for like a temple or these.
The tower. No, not the tower. The opposite of that. The keep. Jeez.
The keep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because she feels the
Poodle's got
defense
the
is
keep.
important.
yeah. There's nothing saying you can't double up, but yeah,
No,
Poodle's
hang
got
on.
the keep.
Let me.
Fiona's
I
got
looked
the
it up.
tower.
I looked it up. I need to hang on.
Yeah.
I need to remind myself. Now I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean the big differences between the different types, like temples, you can curry favor with the gods. That doesn't strike me as like a Mazra thing.
Mm-mm.
And then the only other two types that aren't a keep or a tower are the temple, which we've crossed out, and then the establishment, which is all about like gathering intel.
Yeah.
But there's no reason that you can't have a keep. Keeps are great for attracting units that can defend the city, right? So
I mean, I think having a place where intel is traded is a good thing, but I don't think she wants to make like a rogue thievy guild or whatever. Like,
right.
I'd like to invite Fielding to our city for that. I feel like she would be good at that part.
If you're
Gather
stuck,
intel.
Wolf, we can lean more into the Bastion system,
Right.
which doesn't have classifications at all. All you do is add different rooms that do different functions.
that would probably work.
Yeah, there you go.
That's probably more
Is
what
there
you're
a link?
leaning
Do I have
towards.
do
Okay.
we have a
Right.
link for the Bastion system?
No. However, I have access to the DMG through a mutual friend, which some of you may also have access to it.
Oh,
I don't want to say too much.
I
but,
might.
uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a dear friend who has shared stuff like that with me in the past. So, who knows? I will check.
Yeah. Don't want to say too much because I don't know how
Yeah.
above
worries.
board that is. But I can
You can
I can
definitely
put
check
together a summary for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm sure
Um,
I'm sure this individual would be happy to
Print screen.
set you up as well. Yeah. This In fact, I wonder. Let's see. No. Print screen button is just a screenshot button now.
Nipping tool.
But if I do this. No way.
Does it block you?
I could just print to PDF.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Problem solved.
I was like, there's got to be some sort of like
Great.
method to prevent people from doing this, but there's not. I mean, what are you talking about, chat?
Yeah, chat. How you
I'm
guys
not. Yeah, I'm not.
What are
I'm
you
not
wearing?
doing anything
doing?
potentially infringing copyright.
We were
yes,
On
talking
stream
about.
right now.
You guys are looking.
what were you saying about mage armor being useless? Actually, though, what does that mean now?
So the way mage armor works while I'm doing this is mage armor does not give you like a plus to armor class. It turns your armor class to 13 plus dexterity.
Oh.
However, that would actually hinder Kiona's armor class in this case, which is good because you now don't need to. Let me see if I can do this. You now don't need to cast mage armor, so you can have a spell slot and an action
Nice.
for something else.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, grab that out of our group chat before Discord gets mad and eats it. Please download that to your hard drive.
Whoop.
And don't show it on screen for God's sake.
sake.
Leather. God, we are a disaster.
I know Megan.
Look.
I know Megan. I was just making sure she understood. I know you did literally just. And I thank you for that. All right. But basically, the way the Bastion system works in 2024 Player's Handbook
Thank you,
is
Megan.
you have a collection of rooms which together makes a base, right? And you can flavor it however you want. Is it like a little village, right? Is it a castle? Is it a tower, right? Is it
airship?
Underground lair? Is it an airship, right? So you can kind of flavor it however you want. The rules are kind of agnostic in those terms. And you have a certain number of facilities per level is what they're called, and the facilities are what do the thing, right?
Right.
So you could have a facility that's like, I don't have it open in front of me anymore, but you could have a facility that's like a barracks and that gives you soldiers, or you could have a facility that's like a farm and that generates you food or income or something else, or you could have a facility that's like an alchemy lab.
Right.
And it's quite, yeah, what do you have? Arcane study, armory, barrack, garden, library, workshop, right? Smithy, teleportation circle. You have all these things depending on, and you have access to them depending on your character level. And they all do whatever it is you want them to do.
Oh.
And if you want to mix and match the two systems, that's fine. I just think for you, Wolf, you're a little bit torn on, do I want to keep or a tower, and it doesn't matter with this system.
You
So
can
you
have
might
your
want to lean more
own room
towards
of
this.
requirement in a bastion.
Sorry?
There's the demi-plane room.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and then each week you give an order. And one thing I'll change, I talked to Rai about this a little bit as I was going over it, is there's some things where it's like, you know, the alchemy lab will produce like 1 potion of healing per week. But the reliquary will produce like 1 free resurrection per week. And it's like it's just
Good lord.
the per week thing, like how much of something it makes per week is really like, you know, it needs to be homebrewed.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Guys, I can't wait. Pretty soon,
Yeah, so
buddy,
if I
you're gonna
know-
get to roll on the follower chart.
I know that's putting you on the spot. So you can take your time to read that over and decide what you want between sessions. We don't need to
Sure.
do that right now.
Alright.
So unless you have like a really clear idea, like right away, I want this, then we can just move on, and you can work on this between sessions.
Well, I
And maybe
see that I
report
see
into
in
us,
this
next week.
document. There's some very important things I want. Like there's corridors, ramps, and staircases, doors and windows.
Right. Those are free. Those are free. They come with the cost. Like, I think there's even some rules that's like bathrooms.
Yeah.
Wait,
There's
really?
something like a bedroom. A bedroom comes with a closet and a bathroom, or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. In addition to basic and special facilities described later in this chapter, so basic facilities are just rooms. They don't do anything, right? You just have them for flavor, like your bedroom and your kitchen or whatever. A bastion can have the following features. So closets, a basic or special facility, can have 1 or more closets, washrooms, or similar enclosures. The closets must be inside the facility and can't increase the facility's area in squares. These features are free, right?
In
So
Majra,
you get toilets for free.
Just
It's
to
basically what
curb
it's
saying.
the players
So you
annoying. Like, what
Yeah.
about when we have to go to the
Yeah.
bathroom?
yeah. Oh, the one thing I really like about this system is that it anticipates the freaking
Yeah.
degenerate D&D players, and they
That's
in Majra invents escape rooms to teach dungeoneering skills to up and coming adventurers.
yeah.
Yes. We can even use our mimic.
There's gotta be.
We can employ our mimic.
Oh my god. Wait, you can't
We can-
employ the mimic. Come on.
I mean, isn't going to want a job when it gets old enough?
Hey, I mean, maybe, but
There's a whole village full of
can,
them that seem to enjoy their jobs.
It's a training area. A training area.
Yeah.
We can probably training area. Exactly. There you go.
Is the mimic like the pet dog though?
I think so. If Kiona's is focusing on magic and Poodles is focusing on like gaining troops, I would like Majra's thing to be focused on like community building and like bettering the community and developing skills. That'd be fun.
oh, nice. Yeah, I love that.
So a bunch of workshops for the urchins
Mm-hmm.
to work in and bootstrap themselves. Nice.
No, there will be social programs.
There's
Everyone will get an
the
education.
community colleges.
Yes,
Dedicated
free
to-
community college for everyone.
Oh,
Dedicated to all of the standard
Yes.
things that we need society to survive with.
nice.
Please remember, Mazra grew up dirt poor, so she is not one of those free market capitalists.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. Sounds good. But I'll let you look over that after, but it sounds like there's going to be some things that we can, without too much trouble, home brewing and jerry rigging, we can make fit to the purpose that you want.
Schools.
Yeah, there's got to be some things that are like libraries or something like that we can
I definitely saw an
modify,
archive,
kit
but it's
bash
like
into being a school.
a huge level.
Yeah. The nice thing is you can access almost everything. Well, no, you guys are like level 16, right?
Yeah.
So one more level, and you can access everything.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah,
Cool.
because level 17 is the maximum level for the special
I
facilities.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, I think.
I want
It's a
everything.
dope system.
I want everything.
It's really nice, and I think it's going to be a great way. Like you can access it starting level 5, I think. So I think
Yeah,
it's a
that
great
sounds-
way to get players like to have a place that they can return home to. Or
Oh yeah.
I love the idea of it being like an airship.
That is
It's
cool.
like
And it can
they,
move,
they
right?
ride it. They ride it.
Yeah.
They ride their player base to adventure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. Right. So you want to start on individual downtime things?
Sounds great.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, let's do
I'm
it.
gonna roll a die in an order which you appear on the Twitch stream. So Mazar 1, Foodle 2, Kiona 3. 4 is a reroll. It is a 1. So Mazar, your downtime
Me?
activities are up first.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are we doing? So I had because you told us to chose like 3, right?
Yeah. Well, you have 3 weeks, right?
Yes. So
And you could do the same activity all 3 weeks. So you could
No.
do 3 different activities. You can mix and match however you want. But you're
Okay.
you got
I have
3
3 that I
weeks
gave
to
you.
spend.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which
that
one
first
do you wanna
one.
do first?
I think I'll just do them. Well, since things are busy, since we already talked about it, I think maybe the third one first, just start getting things moving. I suppose that would
Alright.
be basically what we already discussed, kind of. So
Yeah. So tell me what that is. Tell us what that is.
I think
So
she's gonna be. So I it's very vague the way I wrote it, but it was basically like using her like skills and abilities to assist with like getting the cities up and running. So I think with that is using like her kind of like organizational and like business running skills to help identify who can work as like mentors, who needs work training. Because again, I do think she is very not annoyed, but she's bothered by all the kids just running around with nothing to do, and
Mm.
she feels that having an education and vocational training is important. So
Okay.
identifying who can teach what, talking to people in the caravan to get them to possibly open for apprenticeships, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Logistics.
Yeah. Sounds good. So we are. I think we're gonna call this the work downtime.
Mm-hmm.
So that's essentially what you're doing is applying your labor to something. Normally, in a narrow sense, that means like you're working at a craft of some kind. But in this sense, we're going to broaden that out, and we're going to say that you are applying, let's say, your intelligence to sort of working out some sort of a system for these kids to work. And depending on your success, you may generate a one-time burst of commerce for the city.
Okay. So what would you like me to do? Roll a dice?
So the way it resolves is you can use. Do you have some sort of a
Where's my best
skill or a toolkit that would be relevant to this?
Let me check. Sorry, somehow my game window got closed.
Okay.
She just has Thieves' Tools and Tinker Tools. She could pull
Okay.
on her knowledge of like running business or whatever.
Okay. So make a straight intelligence check in that
Okay.
case, if you please.
Okay. Chat, should I roll a dice or should I roll?
We haven't tried Roll20 tonight. We don't know if it loves us or hates us.
I don't trust it.
I know, that's the thing, right? Oh,
Do what you want.
scary.
I'm gonna do
Do
it.
what you want.
I'm sorry.
Do what you want.
I'm doing it. All right, chat. I've got my green dice.
Your green dice?
Yeah, it's green.
Is that what you said?
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a
I
15,
couldn't-
and then
I couldn't tell whether you said green dice or Korean dice.
oh, Korean.
I
No,
don't know
it's
what
green.
that means.
So I got an 18 total with my
Like-
intelligence modifier.
BTS themed D&D dice.
It kind of is. Look at this. It is kind of green apple flavored.
Those are cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
You got how much in total?
18 total.
Okay. I'm gonna say, here's what I'm gonna say. Do you have any buildings on your settlement sheet that do not that are eligible for an apprenticeship upgrade but do not have it?
Damn it, I just closed that. Hold on.
Save
Close
us,
nothing.
Flutter. Save
I have
us,
so many
Flutter.
tabs open.
I know, that's why I feel like got so many tabs. Alright, hold on. Settlement.
Carly, why you gotta do me like this? I was rolling percentile dice to see if there was a
Amazing.
complication that arose,
We have an outfitter.
such as. Okay.
An outfitter.
Well, we just used our last worker point on the outfitter.
So here's the
Oh.
thing:
Okay.
you
Like
with
toward
your
that thing.
efficient organization of labor around the city, Mazra, you managed to find an extra work point
Nice.
in terms of organizing people's labor. You can add an additional work point to your settlement in the form of a free apprenticeship upgrade for the outfitter.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
All right, little
So
Billy,
that'll be
you're now apprentice
Yes.
to.
there. You go. And that won't help you right away, but that'll pay some dividends in the future.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Speaking of which, did we ever resolve the forage teams to find out if you
We
are
didn't.
generating enough food and or getting animal crafting components for the outfitter?
That's right, we did not.
All right, we better do that.
Okay, where's my dice? Alright. So last time, Flutter, you and I did this, because, Kiona was going out with, I think it was the fisher folk? And
Yeah.
then Poodle was going out with the hunters. Okay.
All right. How did we? What were the rolls on those?
Okay, so they're all upgraded. We gave them all the steel traps. So I think we
Right.
rolled 2 dice. Right? Where is it? The
Yeah, you roll 2 dice.
And
settlement
then
rolls.
2
Yeah.
butcher's
Okay.
tool. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I should maybe all roll. Well, no, we should roll for food first. So for our settlement, how much food do we need? It's a certain number per worker point, right? So
It's 2. Oh wait, that's what output is. Ha ha ha.
It's one.
One?
It's 1 food per
one
worker
for
point.
yeah. So it'd be 20.
And we
per worker
have-
point. Yeah.
okay, so 25. Okay, so yeah, we should probably roll for the food first. Now, how many forage teams do we have?
We have 5. 5 forage
Oh.
teams with 5
Okay.
steel traps and 2 with butcher tools in addition to steel traps.
Okay. And so I guess we do the farms first. So the potato gives us 5.
Oh, the
the
5
glorious
farms, okay.
potato, thank you.
Yes.
So that's 5 food, and then we get
10 food from upgraded farms.
that's right, because we upgraded all the farms, thank God. Okay, so that's 15 per week
Yeah.
from the farms and the potato. So that means that we need 10 from the forage teams?
Right. And I think the last time we rolled
Ooh.
a 5 plus a 7 or something like that.
Right.
So that was enough for us for the last time we rolled it.
Well, because we've got more worker points, I don't know. I mean, unless our forage teams each get the 18 to 20, which seems unlikely to me, we're not
so
going to have enough
maybe
food.
we should buy more butcher's tools for the forage teams to upgrade their capabilities. Question mark. Does that work out?
Well, the butcher's tools do different things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the steel traps are the only thing that
Okay.
that
Get the additional roll. Okay. So
Yeah.
we have a wait. We used the worker. When did we use? Why don't we have? Oh.
Well, because we did all the apprenticeships. Ghost, can you have us? I don't know if this is possible, but can we retroactively not do an apprenticeship in the outfitter? Because if we had realized our food was this bad, I don't think we would have like done
Well,
a farm or something.
Hold
what
on
are you
hold on a
getting?
minute,
you're
though.
you're getting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember, you get the 5 free
Yeah.
from the magical potato.
Right.
Yes.
Bradley Carly Frites.
Yes.
Uh,
Thank you.
Brought back. You brought back a bunch of sea monster meat. I don't know how you're factoring that into your food.
We didn't really. How long would that last us, though? I mean, we would preserve it as best we could, like salt it. So maybe. a
Let's
couple months.
say it'll last you at least 3 weeks for.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. All right.
It'll cover your shortfall for 3 weeks at
Okay.
least.
Okay.
Let's say.
Okay.
First of all,
Okay.
because you can't be that short.
No, we
Well,
shouldn't.
so
You're probably
here's-
coming just under.
Yeah.
well, here's the thing. So we have 5 farms, right, Flutter?
Yes.
So we got the potato, that gives us 5. The farms give us 10 for
Yeah.
15. Which is pretty
They
good.
Give us 10. Yeah.
And then our only other source of
you-
food are
Is
the
the
forage
foragers.
teams, and the most that they can do is 2 food per.
so
right.
that's another. 10.
Did you
Yeah.
upgrade the farms with
We
natural
did, yeah.
fertilizers?
I mean, are we at a
that's
point
where
where
like
we can?
all of our money went.
Are we at a point where we can spend money to like bring food in through like the
Trade?
portal?
You
yeah,
can.
probably, but we need a trade post, which
Yeah.
doesn't take a worker point. But
Yeah, trade posts are free.
yeah, but with the food, I think we're gonna have to trade for it in the after
Yeah.
the 3 weeks
Okay,
are up.
so
But because
I'm
of the
still
sea monster, we're okay.
Heavy to
Yeah.
to worker points because we built a new carpenter.
There was one There was one
Wait, you
free.
still have 2?
Yeah, how do I have 2? Because we got a free one from Wolf.
Oh,
just
right,
now.
right, right.
So
The
now we have
apprentice,
two.
okay.
So can we just
Right, but we
add more
can't put that one just anywhere, right? Because it's an apprenticeship for the.
Oh, I guess that's true.
What is it? The outfitter.
the
So if we
outfit?
have an extra one, I think we probably want to make another farm for an extra 2 per week. So that brings us up to
So-
17 guaranteed. And that's going to cost us 300 gold.
Okay, so a new farm.
Yeah. That's what I think we should do with that other worker. Okay, so that's 17. So that means that not all of them, because like the problem that we're having is we won't, if the forge teams all have to do food, that means that we don't get the animal craft materials, which
Right,
means
right.
we don't get commerce from the right. Anyway, so yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna start rolling. So steel traps, you get 1 unmodified roll. Okay. Oh, Flutter, do we want to do alchemical pheromones? It would cost 1,000,
Yeah.
but that might be really clutch.
Oh, I think it's worth it at this point.
Okay, so subtract
Yeah.
another 1,000 and then note that down that we get
Okay.
1 reroll per week. And I think this is per forage team, right, Ghost?
For forged.
Because we're spending it per forage team. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, I'm going to get to rolling. Here we go.
Oops.
Ooh, okay, so Ghost. For all of our forage teams, we have steel traps, alchemical pheromones, and for
Mhm.
2 of them, we have butcher's tools, though they might not
Sure.
all do the animal crafts, right? Because we got to get enough food first. So. Oh, they're seeking arrows. That's cool. Okay, so I got an 18 and a 10. Does that mean that we get 3 food from the forage team?
So yeah, if one of your rolls was a 6 to 17 and the second roll was an 18 to 20, that's 3.
Oh, that's huge. Okay, so that brings us to
Yeah.
20 food for this week.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good. Because I got an 18 and a 10.
All right. So then,
And then Flutter, do you want to roll the next one for the fish? The fisher?
what is the? Okay, so how are we writing this down in terms of? So now I'm gonna have to keep track of the food. All right. What did you roll for that? You rolled.
I got an 18 and a 10. I mean, this doesn't have to
So
be
that
tracked.
gives us how many? Right. So we're just
historically.
rolling this. Okay.
Yeah, we just got to
Yeah,
make
Yeah,
sure
this
we have
doesn't need
enough
to be
food.
tracked historically. It just
Okay.
needs to be
Okay.
tracked per week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll. I'll roll the green die.
Like it's not
too.
like I put it in our weekly notes.
We're rolling
for
on
the
a
session.
d20,
yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, so 2 d20s,
Yep.
and they're unmodified. It's not at advantage. It's just
Okay.
you can on a 1 through 5 you can
19?
have 1 reroll. Ooh.
Okay, so that's 2 food.
And a 19! I swear to
Oh
God, it was
my
19
God.
twice in a row.
Are you serious?
I'll
That's
reroll it
4
again if you
food.
want. Is that a thing?
That brings us to 24 food. Holy shit! The fish were
Yeah.
now that monster's dead. The fish are they're popping.
You're popping,
Yeah.
man.
That's right.
All those nets we made.
That's right. This is why nets are important, chat. You guys know this.
Okay, well, we can say that Foodle donated 20 of his nets to the fishing effort.
Flutter rolled it. Flutter rolled it.
I rolled it. I
It had
rolled
nothing
it
to do with it.
for legitimate.
That's right. No. Okay, so
Lumps, did you
the
know
next
that?
hunting
Oh, so-
team, I got a
Okay.
20 and a 6. So that's another 3 food. So that gives us enough food. So that's 3 of the forge teams. So the other 2 forge teams, we just need an 8 or higher
Okay.
so that we can get the craft materials. So if you can roll the next one, right?
Sure. Yes. Okay. Here we go. So 17.
Hit her, come on.
17. 17.
Hey, there we
I
go.
love this dice so much today. We're doing so well. Ooh, a 4.
Does it have a steel trap?
Yeah, they all have steel traps.
That forge team? Yeah, then you can do a reroll.
Oh,
Where'd it go?
yeah, the alchemical pheromones, right?
That's for the steel
Yes.
traps. The reroll. Oh no, yeah, you're right. You're right. The alchemical pheromones are a reroll.
Okay. Oh no, Flutter!
15!
Hey, there we go.
All right. 17 and 15. So that gives us enough food.
Oh yeah, we already, because of your last roll, we're at 26 food, I think.
Oh.
So we just need an
we have
8
a
or
surplus.
higher to get the animal crafts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So we did that.
There you go. You did it.
Nice.
Yeah.
You did it. Sorry to
Oh.
derail on your personal downtime there, Mazra, but that was
Hey.
something that we had
All good.
mentioned
Yeah.
needing to do, and then we just forgot to do it. All right. So yeah, downtime number 1. So what did you end up going with? Did you end up going with the apprenticeship
I think, right?
team? Is that what we did?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that outfitter now has an apprentice.
Nice.
Excellent.
One less orphan child running around the place, grubby with grubby fingers.
It's good. It's good.
Nice.
Does that?
All right. So, what do you want to do next, Mazra? That was 1 week of time.
Oh, you want me
that
to do all of
spent
them at
kinda-
once?
Yeah, let's do
All
all
right.
of them at once.
My next one,
Um,
I'm gonna go in reverse order. So I'm gonna do. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I messaged you. She's gonna. Once she's got some of the logistics organized, she's gonna spend the next week trying to. I don't know how well this will work. She may have to work with some of the scouting teams or whatever. But I think she's trying to. I guess research would be the best one to get a understanding of what the Bloodfoot activity looks like in the region.
Sure, yeah. So this will be some proper research.
Mm-hmm.
I know Foodle is doing something similar. Do you two want to tag team on this?
I'm fine with
or...
What do you think, Poodle?
Sorry, I was muted. I think that'd be super fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
let's
into
do it. So you're
Mazra
both
and
kind of
Foodle
doing
on an
some scouting beyond the walls of.
This is good
City.
because Monster's crap at this, so.
What I'll
Okay.
do for you? Do you guys see this dark green hexagon around the cart here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do with that is that's basically like your security perimeter, if you will. And as you are able to, we may not get to this tonight, but we're also going to do the Kingdoms in Warfare system where we start like building an army. We're going to put each of you in command of a troop, and over time you may be able to build that up, have more units, things like that.
It's
and
a
the more
goal.
you do, yeah, it's a goal. And the more you do, the further this is going to expand, and it's not going to expand in like a complete like just circular sort of concentric circles direction. You'll have one hex, then another hex, then another hex, and you can kind of grow this area. This green outline area is going to be like the border of effective control, where it's like bad stuff doesn't happen inside that, essentially, right? So in any case, that's neither here nor there for what you guys are doing. What I will do for you is if you want to try to scout into a hex that hasn't been uncovered, then I will uncover it for you. I may also put a few more markings on the map, depending on what you discover. But when we look at the research activity for downtime, once again, we're going to be kit bashing this a little bit. Normally, this is like book research in a library or an archive or a scriptorium somewhere. What we're going to be doing for this is, instead of using the relevant sort of intelligence knowledge rolls, we're gonna use some like survival check kind of stuff. However, you still need to spend the gold on like outfitting gear, supplies for your expedition.
Oh yeah.
Hiring scouts to go along with you, outfitting them, getting them ready, right? And so you need to pay 50 gold up front, and then as you if you want to improve your chances, you can spend another 50 gold beyond that initial 50 gold for a +1 bonus to your roll. Now your option is you can make this together, or you could do your own research downtime activities. I would recommend that because you're more likely to succeed and you're more likely to uncover more by kind of doing it like together but separately. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Like
makes
doing
sense.
your
to me.
own rolls and stuff, and spending your own cash. So how much do you
Yeah.
want to spend out of the party's coffers? So remember that to do the activity, you need to spend 50 each. So you're already spending 100.
Okay.
And then every additional 50 GP you spend is a +1 bonus, up to a maximum of +6. So, an extra 300 gold nets you the full +6 bonus.
What would
Lot of money.
Foodle be rolling?
I'm going to say survival. Okay. These would be survival.
I mean, that makes the most sense to me, right? Like this.
Yeah.
Survival. Okay, so
here's what make your roll, and I'll tell you what you can do with it, and then you can decide which way you want to go.
okay. Do we need to decide how much we want to spend before the roll?
Yes, you do.
Okay, that makes sense. So 50 is that's already gone.
Yep.
And then I can get a +1 up to a +6 per 50.
Per 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could spend like 300. I think I'm going to spend 150, so 200 total, and get a +3. And then I will roll survival.
Okay.
Oh god, I maybe should have gone for the +6. Okay, so that is 4 + 12 for a total of 16.
Okay. Nice that you have that +12 in survival.
Well, okay, he's got a +9
Um,
in survival, but with the extra
okay.
planning and prep he did, I
Well,
guess.
yeah. Okay. And so it's not an easy track for you, Foodle. You and your little ragtag team of scouts head out into the wilderness of the Forgotten Territory, and they are green. They are very green. And you find that you maybe spend as much time helping your fledgling wilderness scouts and keeping them alive and making sure that they don't like step into like poisonous thorn bushes and things like that as you spend getting things done. But you successfully managed to, according to the research outcomes table, learn 2 pieces of lore. So basically, how I'm going to play this, learn 2 pieces of lore, is you can learn facts about any uncovered space within a day's travel. So that's 2 hexes. from the green outlined hex, right?
Mhm.
So anything that is uncovered, you're like, I want to learn a fact about something that's been uncovered. I'll tell you a fact about something that's been uncovered, something that you find. Or you can spend one of your pieces of lore on uncovering a tile that is covered. Once again, within a day's travel, which is 2 hexes.
Right. Okay. Well, it makes sense. I can see some, I think, trees here. Maybe Foodle and his scouts went into the forest. I mean, Foodle's a forest gnome.
Okay. There you go. I've uncovered that for you.
Thank you, Ghost.
Yeah, and this is so you kind of map out start mapping out the forest where the little burnt out ruined village that you recently came back on your adventure from is kind of nestled in this forest, and you kind of begin to map that out.
Nice.
Right. You have one more quote unquote piece of lore. So you can
Oh,
uncover
that's
another
right.
tile, or you can ask for a fact about anything that has been uncovered.
Can I get... Is this bad, guys? Can I get a fact about the forest? I don't know.
You don't need to get a fact about a specific tile. You can just ask me for a
Oh.
fact about anything that
I-
you like.
Ah,
Just something that's been uncovered.
whatever sounds cool to you.
Just so you don't blow it on
Right.
an empty tile or something like
For
that.
yeah, that makes sense. All right, Ghost. I would love a fact.
But since you did ask about that forest, this forest right here is rich in game. There's a lot of wild game there, and in the absence of hunters or many natural predators, game has flourished in that forest. And I will say, I'm going to put a little text marker here. I will say that if you put our forest green color, if you manage to please take a note of this because I don't know if I try to, I'll lose it. But if you manage to extend your sort of security perimeter to this space, you'll get a bonus to your forge teams.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's awesome. Flutter, we should probably put that in the vault. Man, I wish we could put something on the map. That
I
would be
was gonna
so
say,
useful.
is there? Can we get a version of this map with the hexes so that we can maybe we can number all of the hexes somehow so that we can make things like
Wait.
that?
Ghost, I have an idea. What if I send you
just put a
something to
number on it.
put on the map? Oh yeah.
I put
'Cause,
a
No,
little
like when you
title
do
game
hex
on there.
games.
Can you see it? I guess
Oh.
you can.
Oh,
I
let's
didn't.
see.
We did not see. Oh, there. Oh, when the
Oh,
wagon is there, we
it's
saw it briefly.
Because I
Yeah.
I drug
I
it
think
away.
it's because of the fog of war.
What's
Hold
Yeah.
on, Ghost. What
happening?
if...
Now,
Ghost,
if
try
it's revealed,
putting-
and I take it back.
No.
Why is the fog of war? Okay.
Ghost, can you try
Yeah.
putting anything, I don't know, a deer or something on there, like a
Right.
token, like a monster,
Yeah.
moving
Let me
us
see, let me
there
see,
so
let
we
me
can
see.
see it and then moving us back? I wonder if that would work.
Yeah,
Because I have a deer token if you want, but you may have one as well.
I can also put it on the map tile.
Oh
thought I
yeah, if
had
you
a
put it
deer
on the
token.
map tile, that might work.
I do have a deer element, but
Oh.
hold on. Do I still have it though? Because this is new PC.
I know, right?
New PC. Who dis? So do I still have the deer token from 2 Minute Tabletop downloaded?
Well, if not, I can send it.
Yeah, I don't. Can you send it, please?
Yeah, of course. Let me shoot it right over to you.
That freaking red-haired turtle is still making me laugh. I'm just looking in our
So
Discord voice chat. Oh my god.
You guys.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I
Love
get a
it.
little giggle.
That wolf is the
I get a
best,
little
but
giggle
I'm saying
every time I see it.
That wolf is the best.
Technically, this was used for something else, but I think it should be perfect.
Yeah, sure.
Amazing.
Save image. Oh my god. Entirely the wrong folder. Well done, Anakin. You went completely the other direction. No, that's not right. Ear. Alright. I'm going to import that. Get to roll 20. It's probably going to be a weird size. Don't panic!
Don't panic.
You see that you can't see this. There. Put it there. And I'm gonna move it to the map layer. There, you can see it now. I think.
Oh,
Yay,
I can
we
see it. That's so
it.
good. That's
Yay,
perfect. Ghost.
See?
Hell yeah.
That's all we need.
There we go.
Nice.
I did note
Oh,
it in my
thank-
regular notes, but yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm gonna
Alright.
work on the spreadsheet too to make it better to calculate food on it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. Just remember, I know that you keep historical records. You don't need to keep a historical record of food.
Sure. I just want
Um,
to keep records of like that.
Just
Like,
a- just
if
a
we
rolling-
do that, I
just
can
a
just
rolling
be like,
tally
okay,
per
we get a
week.
bonus plus this plus whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Apparently, someone in Japan bought one of your books, Megan. That's amazing. I
Huh.
don't know if you told me
Nice.
that.
Amazing.
No, I think you did. That's really cool.
That's amazing.
That's super
I
cool.
got a really
Oh my
weird
gosh.
email from Amazon. It's like, what? Oh, you just found out. Yeah, that's really cool. Mazra,
Yes.
please make your research roll
Okay.
using your survival skill.
It's to have to be because I'm investigating.
I want to say yes. Let me think. Help me reason this out.
Okay,
Help me
so
reason
basically-
out how you're using your
So-
Sherlock Holmes investigating.
Unlike whereas Foodle and his team are kind of looking for like
Anything
game
kind of thing.
and deer and that kind of stuff, she's specifically looking for like evidence that there may have been
Mhm.
bloodfoot activity in the area. She's looking for like clues.
Mhm. Okay. So it's going to be the same deal as
Okay.
Foodle. You can look for those clues within 2 hexes
Right.
of the city in any uncovered hex. Or you can uncover a hex. Not necessarily find any clues, but then that hex is open for you to look for clues with another
Right.
piece of lore that you earn. If you earn.
What is this here? Is this like ruins or something?
Yeah, it's the ruins of an old farming village.
Hmm.
Yeah, so please decide how much cash you're spending on this investigation.
Okay. I put 100 up. Is that an extra one?
That's an extra 2.
Extra 2?
Oh, is it 100 total
Yes.
you put up? That's an extra 1.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
you get to make an investigation. You get to add
Right.
1 to it.
Okay. That's my investigation. Okay, we're using dice again. Alright. I rolled a 13 raw, which is 26 total.
Right.
27
That is
with
3.
my plus 1.
That is 3 pieces of lore uncovered.
Nice. Okay.
Holy shit.
That's why I always try to use investigation if I can.
Yeah, oh my god.
But basically, I think she's at this point. I think she's probably familiar enough with the Bloodfoot and the orcs to be able to essentially like, in this area, does she find like evidence that of any kind of activity from
Yeah,
them?
sure. You find, so this is your first piece of lore then. You're looking in the areas that you've already explored, right?
Yeah, I think I think maybe she'll try like over here first, because you said it can only open a tile, right?
You can only open a tile or investigate a tile that's already open. Well, but
Okay.
you don't need to specify which tile.
Right. You're right. Okay.
Right. So what do you want to do first?
She'll try investigating first.
Okay. Investigating the tiles that are already open.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, yeah.
Mhm.
So you find that you find evidence, tracks marched, close together in orcish marching order, coming through the ruins of this farming village. Apparently, they pass through here, perhaps looking for something left over. Whether or not they found anything, who knows? But looking like it was moving west to east. So that is one.
Okay. Would she be able to, like, as part of her investigation, if she has the people who've been here longer, can she ask them if they have any knowledge of what melee, obviously not specifics, but they have any generalized knowledge of what melee to the east?
So you're asking to open up a tile. Those are your two options that I
Yeah.
gave you.
Yeah. Let's do that then.
Okay. So which tile do you want to open?
Well, if they're going west to east, so I guess
Yeah.
the east.
One? Okay.
Yeah.
So you learn from asking around that kind of coming around, following the river upstream from Dal Kalash and from Pharaohs, following that river upstream, it takes you up to some old limestone cliffs. That there is a settlement built on top of those limestone cliffs. What was perhaps once in ancient times an independent town, or that was eventually brought under the orbit of Dal Kalash. But there is an old abandoned town there, kind of now too far away that nobody has ever really explored it. None of the people living in Dal Kalash has ever ventured out that far. They just sort of saw it from a distance
Right.
and kept away.
Okay.
From what you can piece together of that, seems like, an ideal location for if somebody wanted to overlook Dal Kalash for good or for ill purposes. That would be a place to set out.
Monster may suggest at some point putting a guard out there or something.
One more piece of lore. You can either learn about something that's uncovered already, or you can open up another tile.
Okay.
Within
Yeah, I think
two
she'll
spaces.
open up another tile.
Okay, which one?
She might try just going straight east. Wait, did the footprint suggest northeast or just east? Or can't tell.
East through here, you can't tell.
Okay.
Because there's and you get the impression there's a cliff right here, right?
Right.
So probably not.
Yeah. So I'll
They
probably
didn't
go
climb the
over here.
So that's a bit too far. You can uncover
Okay.
this space. Though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that too far? You
I
can
can't
uncover this
always
space.
tell with because there's no grids on here. So
Yeah. Okay. We'll uncover this one. There. You guys not get the hexes?
kind of.
Let's
It's
see
just because
the
there's not
hexes.
lines on there.
It doesn't
Is
show
that-
us the lines unless you're on.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that weird?
So weird.
Like, can you see that on Flutter Stream? Like, if you zoom in.
Yeah, I
Flutter,
see
like,
that.
it's-
Why aren't they?
Isn't that
why aren't they
odd?
showing up?
So for
usually
us, it's just
the-
kind of yeah. Anyway.
Usually the grid lines show up for you on a map.
Yeah,
right?
that's how it works
Right.
when I
This
do
is-
like yeah. Very odd, isn't it?
color. It's a hex grid. Show hex labels. That's not right. There's no setting that's different than the regular square grid. Isn't that fascinating? Roll 20.
Well, I wonder if it has to do with the fog of war too, because we can see the hex around us, but not.
Yeah, but that's a hex I drew.
Oh, but that's. Oh, I see.
You saw the hexes. Yeah, Megan says that you saw the hexes before. Like in previous sessions.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does
I
the
wonder-
fog of war
I
actually do anything
wonder-
about it? I moved that. It does have something to do with it. Look, you can still see the hex.
Yeah, but I can still only see the hex at the fog of war. Yeah.
Interesting. What if I... If I did this, did that do anything? Nope. That did the opposite of what I wanted. Daylight mode. No, I don't want to do that. So there's no fog of war on... Because fog of war is like the legacy setting, right? Because fog of war is actually turned off on the main, but if I go in dynamic lighting,
But we
I
can't
have
see
Explorer
anything
mode.
that we're not in.
yeah,
like,
which I
regular.
turned off Explorer mode. This game, this app, this app. So if I do daylight mode, it's going to light up the whole map, and I don't want that because there are
Right.
no light barriers. You know what I mean? Update when token drop. So there's no way to set it so that things stay fully visible after
Right.
you've
After you leave
left
the hex.
the radius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bollocks. We'll live with it.
That's
moving
very
on. I don't
strange.
wanna-
You would have think
I
that
don't
that's
want to
Explorer
spend any
mode,
more.
but-
I don't want to. Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah.
But the Explorer mode
Anyway.
like grays it out so that you can't.
Yeah, it's like the opposite.
which I
don't know.
kind of get. I kind of get. But
Right.
just add us like give us one more option. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just one.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, there you go. So you've uncovered the left bank of the river.
Okay.
Right on.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And Maso, you had one more thing you wanted to do. With
Oh,
your
this
final
will
week
be
of downtime.
fun. All right, so Majra, at some point will borrow or grab the bag of holding for a hot minute. Just she's gonna go outside the city, just somewhere private, and so basically what she is planning to do. She's gonna do the training. Is that the right one?
Or
So
is
she
that the right one for what?
is that I don't know if that's the right thing on the downtime list. Anyway, so
Okay.
she's doing she is going to be training is a strong word, but with the Ordskara essentially to test to see if she can use it without blowing up everyone. That's why she's going away from everyone for a little bit to test to see so she's not using it for combat, she's using it to see if she can use it for what it's meant to do and move rock around. So
Okay.
basically, she would start with really little things, like little tiny stuff first.
Are you going like out into the hinterland, or are you going out into the abandoned section of?
No, I think
Southwest
she wants
proper?
to be like out in the, like not in the city, because she doesn't want to.
Okay.
She doesn't want to like collapse a building on someone or something. Like even if it's abandoned.
Yeah. Okay. Lisa Ball herself.
Right.
Sure. Yeah. So you know, one week you pack up some camping supplies. See you later to your friends, and you ride out of town. Find yourself somewhere that is, you know, close enough that you can run back if you get into some trouble, but far enough away that you feel safe about doing what you're trying to do. Training costs 25 GP per work week. Let's say that is your supplies, your camping
All right.
supplies and
Sure.
whatnot, everything that you need to subsist yourself out in the wild. So receiving training in a language or tool typically takes at least 10 work weeks, but this time is reduced by a number of work weeks equal to your character's intelligence modifier. So what is your intelligence modifier?
It is 3.
3. Okay. So it takes 7 work weeks to master the Ordskara, let's say.
Okay.
Of which this is 1.
All right.
So you spend this week with the Ordskara. For the uninitiated in chat, this artifact, this ancient giant artifact, was bestowed upon the storm giant race by their god Eldrigo, the storm dragon, the god of truth, which the original wielder of the Ordskara, who laid out the ordning, used this chisel to fashion the stone laws of giant kind onto the stone tablets, and also used the Ordskara to, as myth would have it, build the entire ancient storm giant kingdom out of the rocks in the mountains with a single strike. You are a little bit far from building a splendid mythical mountainside city with a single strike. And you practice on the rocks. What are you trying to? You find a big old boulder, right? One of those boulders in Valheim that breaks apart into 6 sections when you try to mine it out. What do you want to do with that? What are you thinking?
I think basically what she's trying to learn is control, because last time she like broke a street in half and she didn't mean to. So her thoughts are for defense, but for now I think she's just trying to see if she can mold it to, you know, more, not so much breaking but shaping.
Okay, into what?
I think maybe she might try some kind of a like defensive structure. Nothing large, but like see if she could like. I think she would try like shapes that would almost be like wall or shield like.
Yeah.
Which would be simple
Okay.
enough shapes to do, I think.
Yeah, and you set the chisel against the stone, hit it with a build hammer that you brought with you that was part of your 25 GP cost, and it shears off a whole section of the boulder into exactly what you imagined, which on week 1 of your training was fairly simple, not particularly adorned, anything like that. You pictured in your mind when you're thinking of like a defensive rampart wall that it was like, you know, big stone blocks kind of fitted together, right? And then you see, although this is one solid piece of stone, you see on the surface the sort of grid-like grooves of the stone blocks that you imagined in your mind. And what you discover with this week of working with the Ordskara, you know, as you go one into another, you find that it creates what is in your mind when you strike it. And if you are vague, that's when it becomes difficult to control. And so the Ordskara is something that in true, you know, monks living up in the mountains, isolated from the rest of society, you know, perfecting their wisdom, perfecting their craft kind of fashion. In order to properly wield this, what you come away from this work week learning is you must have clarity and focus in your mind. Coming back to the time when you split a street in half in the rift, that was a spur of the moment. There's about to be violence between the striking mine workers and the locals who are about to get in a tussle with each other, and you were just thinking, I need to keep them apart. That's when kind of all hell broke loose, because you were going on impulse at that time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Nice. Okay.
Cool.
And so that's what you come away from this
Sure.
this training session. Okay. That is Woof
Yep.
and Wonocalis.
Yes.
Grab. Let's grab a D4. Oh my God. I don't know how Megan finds dice in a bag when she has a dice bag. I'm like, every time I look through my dice bag, I can find every die except for the one I want. Talent. All right. 1, 2 is Cauliflumps. 3, 4 is Flutter Die. It is a 4. Flutter, we're on to Kiona's downtime.
Woohoo.
Kiona basically has like one thing that she wanted to, well, maybe two things she wanted to do with her downtime, but they're both related to the same kind of thing.
Okay.
She,
Well, you can spend all 3 weeks on it.
needs to talk to Daddy-O.
Okay.
So she'll seek him out in probably the lighthouse, I guess, I suppose, where he's at generally.
He's probably there.
For 3 weeks. She's
Yeah.
just gonna sit there for 3 weeks. I mean, time is weird around this guy, so it could be they sat there for 3 weeks and
Yeah.
chatted.
Yeah. So actually, it is a few days before he shows up. You find that true to the Wayfarer's moniker, he has a tendency to wander off, and you know he's up to nobody's quite sure what he's ever up to when he goes off on his little mini adventures and whatnot. However, it seems that the people who've come to know him around town, including your friend Goldrill, who gives you some advice on dealing with him a little bit, is that they, you know, you kind of just have to go with the flow of his wanderings. There's frequent distractions. He always seems to have some sort of plan in motion that's not entirely clear until you know the moment of truth, if you will. But after a few days, you come back to the lighthouse, wondering if you know you're just wasting your time coming back here every day, to see if he's there. And this time, you find him there, as he always is, looking out to the sea. Without turning around, he says, "I heard you were looking for me."
Yes, I've been walking out to this light tower every day since we got back. She sounds a bit like Eeyore now. I'm sorry.
And he turns around and looks at you. He kind of... What happened to you?
Well, we were putting up the new tower for mages over there and put that crystal into place, and don't you know, a surge happened and everybody went invincible and then invisible, and then when we came back it was like this. It happens a lot. I suppose it
Yes.
was only time, huh?
I suppose so. You know, it wasn't much different for me when I was your age.
You were mine.
I mean literally your age. Not figuratively.
Well, my age is different than it was when I started now, but somewhere around my age, that must have been a long time ago for you.
It was a very long time ago. Near the beginning.
How is it that you
This,
can be here that long?
Well, when you have learned as much about as I have, you find that there are ways that the Korai spirit can sustain the flesh that it inhabits, far beyond its normal lifespan.
Right. And what does it cost?
Nothing but time and understanding.
Well, we have lots of questions about us.
I'm sure you do.
What about our mother?
Your mother was, like me, a powerful, influential, high-ranking member of our civilization. Kind of gestures out to the ruins of Dalkalash. We worked together for a very long time. Among the first to come to this world. We're both so curious about this place. Wanting to know everything about all of the beings who lived here, what motivated them, what worried them, what were their hopes, their fears, their dreams and nightmares.
When you
But-
came here, did you inhabit the body of the person that you are now, or were you somehow also born like this?
The simple answer to that is yes, the first. This man, who I was a simple man, a peasant, more or less. But it's been so long ago that the line between the human and the Quori has become so blurred as to be indistinguishable. Neither of us even really remember our names.
But you had them.
We had them. But we've been together for so long that thinking of ourselves as two separate beings, which we technically are, seemed irrelevant.
You can understand that. What about Mother?
Well, she and I, after the destruction of Dal Kalash, worked together on the Dreaming Dark's plans to migrate more of our people to this planet, which this world. Perhaps not quite ready to understand what a planet is, but we're on one. In any case, not to overcomplicate things for you, this world had the chance to sustain our kind. Where we came from was no longer suitable for us to inhabit. Where we drifted apart was our philosophy, if you will, about the inhabitants of this world. She, like most of the Dreaming Dark, who essentially directed the Quori's efforts, believed that the intelligent beings of this world were more or less suited to be livestock.
Even though she was one, sort of.
We didn't exactly see it that way. Neither would you if their plans for you came to fruition. You, Kiona, would simply be a subservient vessel to you, Adelotti.
We don't like that.
Yes, well, I happened to not like it very much either. And there were a few of us who agreed. We had, in a way, you could consider it, we had gone native, in a sense. We'd become too sympathetic to the beings of this world.
But you
So
weren't
instead
stopping.
instead of working to further the machinations of the Dreaming Dark to enslave the people of this world as a form of essentially cattle for the Quori, we work to preserve the world. I found myself gravitating towards a being that I worked and learned from extensively, Eldrigo, the Storm Dragon, whom just showing off that red-haired turtle.
Just making sure we're all on the same page
Yeah,
here.
there you go. This is Rai Jones. This is your Superman.
Tell me about mother.
This is in this very serious and poignant moment for Kiona's character. This is what she looks like. So yes, so I worked very closely with Eldrigo, studied from him and his followers, the giants, the dwarves, the monks after him. And I learned of a way to sustain our kind, the Quorai kind, through harmony with their vessels, as opposed to forcefully feeding from people and depleting them, wasting them in a more gluttonous fashion, as the Dreaming Dark are wont to do. It's my hope that Dal Kalash, which was once the center of the Dreaming Dark's machinations, can instead become the nucleus of, the originating point of a solution.
You mean you want this to be like a gateway?
Not a gateway, but a cradle of a new Quorai society, a different way forward for our kind to coexist with the inhabitants of this world. To, yes, find a way to sustain ourselves, but at the same time enrich the fleshy bodies that we inhabit and the lives of our carriers.
Do you feel like it should be something that people should be able to say yes or no to?
And on that, we are in full agreement.
I wouldn't get rid of Adelotti for nothing. She and I are, well, we are, but that wasn't a decision I made ever.
No, it wasn't.
And if Adelotti hadn't been misdirected,
your mother's plans for you, the Dreaming Dark's plans for you, were, as I'm sure you've realized by now, far more destructive than what has come to pass. The same plans for all of these people that we've gathered in this city. But a new way is possible. That's why I've been working to disrupt those plans. And while you may never have been given that choice, and none of these people have ever been given that choice, future generations may.
What's to happen to keep the rest of the Quora from trying to keep coming at us?
That is what I'm hoping you and your friends will help me with. There are agents just like you all over the world, hidden in the halls of power, pulling the strings of princes, kings, queens, emperors, priests, preparing the way for the Quori to come to this world in overwhelming numbers. There have been many such attempts in ages past, some more successful than others. None have ever fully opened a gateway into the Dreaming Dark for the Quori to be able to fully pass into this world. In times beyond your reckoning, the Feywild, a place where I'm sure that you have some experience with, to understand, existed much closer to this realm, the two almost overlapping. One Quori rebel created a barrier between the worlds, the Veil, that allows only a little bit of the arcane power to be found in the Feywild to trickle through into this realm. By isolating the Feywild, it deprived the Quori of the source of an incredible source of energy that they that they just saw chat that they craved to claim for themselves. Another later attempt to come through was on the the mountain that fell from the sky and destroyed Dal Kalash.
The one we saw.
That-
in the vision.
Yes, that I'm afraid I had quite a hand in. That was the moments, seeing the destruction that had wrought, that was the moments that I decided to turn away from that path and find a new path myself. A dear friend of mine, whom you've met, shared in that feeling and eventually turned away from the Dreaming Dark as well.
What was that friend?
You know her as now a young elven girl who runs a tavern with her adopted father.
Malachite.
Times before, she she was known as Melikos, a god of fire and the afterlife.
It's just all so much. How are we gonna make it happen? Or stop it? Or something? And how do Adelotti and I learn to be strong like you?
The answer to both questions is one and the same. Working with the monks of Eldrigo, we have learned methods of sustaining ourselves and, in fact, growing our power without the need to aggressively feed on other beings, to torture them or manipulate them in the cruel and harsh manner that the Quori do. In many ways, the practices of these monks were originally developed for this purpose. As I said, I worked closely for a time alongside Eldrigo. We learned much from each other. In many ways, the establishment of his monasteries all throughout the realms has all led to this purpose. To give our kind a path to walk, a way of learning, understanding, and centering ourselves that enables the Quori and the vessel to harmonize with one another and to thrive together.
We don't really like the word vessel.
Of course not.
How can I learn this way?
Your friend, Goldrill, can teach you. I can teach you. It might involve some practices that a hard-nosed, salt-of-the-earth woman as yourself might find challenging at first. But if you have time and patience, then you and Adelotti can accomplish things beyond your wildest imagination. Become something greater than the sum of your parts.
Well, I mean, just being us would be great, honestly. But it does sound like an interesting thing we ought to try.
Okay.
Shoot, I had another question in my head and now it's gone.
It's okay.
Joe, thank you so much.
No, Honeysuckle. Welcome, Raiders. Honeysuckle's D&D got canceled this week. No.
Aww.
No.
No, because that turtle is Kiona.
That's what Kiona's turned into.
Kiona is wild magic changed into a
There is a
turtle.
wild magic surge.
Turtle now. Yep.
Turtle.
Isn't that amazing? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So good.
This happened tonight. So Kiona Lottie will take all of that in. And sign up for whatever the lessons are that will come along with that. What was it? There was
Basically, you're beginning Eldrigo monk training.
okay.
I'm not gonna force you to take levels in monk, but
Okay.
you're gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna be doing lots of meditation. Lots of like Zen riddle.
Right.
Kind of.
All right. She
Yeah.
will mention the Eeg.
Hmm.
So, she'll, we came across this egg. It's an egg of
Mhm.
Eldrigo, and we need to return it to.
Came across that, did you?
Well, I mean, it was given to us.
Yeah. Flashback to Eldrigo, the avatar of Eldrigo being like, you destroyed the corrupted avatar of Eldrigo. It left behind an egg. Eldrigo came to you as like a storm cloud, in the form of like a big dragon face. It's like, look after my egg. And then,
just
we came across
it.
yeah, we ran
We
into it
just-
one day.
We
Thought it
just
was
happened
cool.
to just take it along with us. It was
Foodle's
given to
mom
us.
nearly made it into an omelet.
Foodle's mom might have
Um,
nearly made it into an omelet, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a thing. But it's it's very well protected at our house in Lysantia right now. But
Hmm.
we've been looking for where we're
Can you
supposed to
retrieve
take it. Well, yeah, we've been using the portal. Well, we can use the portal from Underlore to there.
Why don't you bring it with you to our training sessions?
Oh, okay. I suppose I can make a run there to get it.
Having a powerful vestige of Eldrigo nearby will probably grant you some interesting boons. Or it might not, who knows? I certainly don't.
You certainly know more about these things than I do.
Merely a wayfarer, Kiona. But when you wander as much as I do for as long as I have, you pick a few things up.
How long ago was I born, actually?
How old are you?
Well, I'm somewhere around 40 something. She gained 10 years. She's 45.
Wow,
She
she's
lost 2
she's
years
35.
or something like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she's
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 35.
like
yeah.
35. Well, she'd be like 38 by now or something like that.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's how old you are. You were, in a manner of speaking, conceived long before that, and put on ice, as it were,
Oh, nice.
for 100 or 200 years before the plan was deemed to be at a stage where it was ready for you.
How many of... She looks out at the city. How many of them are your children, too?
Some. But you were unique.
I don't see why I should be unique. More so than any of the other ones.
That is perhaps a story for another time.
Well, I suppose I'll try to go retrieve an egg then.
All right. Now, is this what you want to do with your downtime? Is your training?
Yeah,
With the Wayfarer?
probably.
Okay.
Yes, that was my follow-on thought to the discussion was working
All right.
on that.
Yeah, and so we can begin this process. It takes 10 work weeks
Okay.
for the downtime activity, minus your intelligence modifier. So what is your intelligence modifier?
It is currently. Wait, intelligence is a 0, so it's 10 weeks.
What's your in your human form?
It's always
In
0.
your human form.
It's always 0.
It's always 0. Okay, so it's 10 weeks. All right. All right. So you're gonna spend 3 weeks.
All right.
I don't like any of the complications. There's like a complication table where there's a 10% chance that that there's a complication in the downtime that you're doing. All the complications for the training is like your teacher is this, your teacher is this. It's like, no, the teacher is an NPC that I have made. So I'm not doing that. It is possible that he could just disappear for a week at a time. But it's like the Wayfarer is a spy sent to learn your plans. That makes no sense for our story.
No.
He's just full of crap the whole time. He's just like spinning some random
Just-
tale.
Kyona's
He's like,
alone
really,
for
I'm
the
a spy.
Mazra this whole time is just waiting for the moment when Kiona realizes he's bad so she can just murder him.
Yeah.
She's been
Oh
plotting
yeah,
in her-
she's waiting. She's waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 weeks of downtime here and then 7 weeks later
So you got 7 weeks left of
to
your
master the art of
Um,
Kiona Lottie.
And it's all like, Eldrigo monk training. So some of it is with the Wayfarer, some of
Can
it is
you
with
imagine meditating
Goldrill.
with a secondary voice in your... Could you close your eyes and you're trying to clear...
Mhm.
And you're like... Adelotti, I don't really get what's happening. Do you know how long
Shush,
conversation...
I'm trying to
That would be
concentrate.
so bad.
Trying to find my center right now.
Where is our center?
That's a good question. I'm not even a corporeal being. Do I have a center?
I don't know, and I'm kind of irregularly shaped. I guess with a shell you can find my center a little bit easier if I she like goes inside the shell.
Well, stow all your questions in your shell. I'm trying to concentrate.
Sorry. Oh gosh. If we could have just random conversations as Kiona.
So, thank you very much, guys. I realize that we are right at the time where Kali needs to mute himself, and Foodle is the last one to go for downtime. So, do we just want to adjourn? That's okay. There's lots of good stuff here. Do you want to adjourn for the week, and then we'll pick up with Foodle's downtime at the beginning of next week's session?
That might be perfect because I don't know if you guys can tell my voice is going. There's something horrible going on with my throat, so that might be perfect.
Yeah.
I know. Ugh.
Is this
Anyway.
why? Is this why you're not sleeping?
No, I think it's the other way around. Because I'm not
Oh, I
sleeping
see.
now, my throat is all. Ugh. Anyway, it's bad.
Well, have you tried sleeping?
Mm. I haven't. I will
give
try
that a
that
try.
tonight. Yeah.
Give it a try. Yeah.
Ollie,
guys.
come on, get good, okay?
I know, right?
Get
Yeah,
good.
get good, son.
Oh, we hope you feel better soon.
People
Yeah,
think
me
I'm
too.
being mean to Collie. Whenever we played Vermintide, he was always
Oh,
like, "Have
yeah.
you just tried not dying?"
Yeah, no.
Oh.
This is
While
absolutely
he's
earned.
shooting me in the head.
Yeah.
With his ult.
While Ghost is getting whipped around by a hurricane, I somehow still ult him in the face. God, do you remember that? I think that's a clip on my channel.
It's a
anyway.
clip. Yeah, it's a clip.
So
It's a good one.
Like, what are the
It's a good one.
chances? Anyway. Oh man, poor Ghost. Anyway, but yeah, and Flutter, do not feel bad. That was awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
That's fantastic.
It's always fun.
It was
find
nice
out
to.
more about Kiona.
It's nice to get a chance to talk about a bunch of stuff coming together.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
whole bunch of. You learned about a couple of other people who have Greystar campaign are actually Quora,
Yeah.
as you learned.
Kiona
Although you
wants
might
to
have
talk
known
to
about the
Meliki
you
now.
might have had a pretty good idea about Meliki and Melikos.
I had drawn
Beforehand.
that conclusion before, but
Yeah, that was not a
yeah.
that was not a very subtle. You know, by the time we got around to all the different parts, it was pretty easy.
Right, the veil is real, so now Kiona will believe Ifima even more when she starts spouting things to her.
But who created the veil?
Who created the veil? That is the question.
I think it was
You should know.
Solus.
You guys should
What?
know. You guys should know because this was actually in the lore. It's actually in the lore.
Today.
How did who cut off the Feywild from the material plane?
Oh yeah, we talked about this a while ago.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
It was like Aaron Solskjaer's BFF or something.
It was Erin Selk herself.
Oh yeah,
That's
Yeah, I
good
knew
It
stuff.
that.
was it was
I remember that.
Unless you're talking about Foodle, and Foodle did not create the
Foodle.
veil. No, just-
One random fact I remember from like 2 years ago.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
How many nets can
Yeah.
Poodle carry?
I'm surprised you guys knew that. How many nets? Foodle can carry. I think it's like 40. No, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, because you stole them all in the bag of holding.
yeah, I keep like 5 or 6 because I'm carrying so much shit that Foodle can only have like 5 on him at the time. So after
Yeah.
fights, like, you know, he pulls a couple more out. And anyway.
I know. I thought about that as soon as I said in chat that I need to come up with a system to stop you from carrying all sorts of bulk.
Right.
But then I was like, it's irrelevant because I got a bag of holding. And he
Right.
just puts his 145 nets in the bag of holding and pulls them out.
Yeah, now that we're not carrying an oil barrel around in there, we can carry a lot more other stuff in there.
Yeah, there's a lot more space, as it turns out.
There was
I
an
can't
oil
believe we had
barrel
an oil barrel
in there
at
for a
one
long
point.
time.
Didn't we have a corpse in there? It's not, well, I don't know. Anyway,
I don't think we've
fucking-
done a
nightmare.
course.
there's-
so.
Oh, that
I'm
might have
gonna
been my
give-
party.
I'm gonna give that bag of holding intelligence, and I'm gonna make it
Oh no.
hate the taste of things that I don't want you to put in there.
What
Just
is a
reject
blend
it.
anyway?
Just
Oh my
reject it.
gosh. Oh, Ghost Pepper. As
Yeah, I'm-
always.
Ghost.
Like I'm
Thanks
just
so
trying.
much
I was
for
just
running,
trying to think from the perspective of like, you know, these people living in this like medieval fantasy society would not really have a concept of what a planet is.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just blurts it out. And he's like, "Wait."
Yeah.
Before
Good
you
thing he
get too
didn't say that to
confused.
Foodle. Oh my
Fiona's
god.
definitely She's used to him using words she doesn't understand, but she's just like,
Hmm.
and she
Yeah.
tries to extrapolate from the rest of the sentence what that word means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, he said a nucleus too, and I was like, no way.
Yeah, there's no way she would have ever even heard that name, that word ever. Like, what the hell are you saying now? Lottie, what was that he just said? I don't know. Shh, he's still talking.
It's like a nucleus. It's a nucleus.
Nucleus, nucleus.
Nucleus. It's
Nuclear?
like nuclear.
Oh my
Like
god.
nuclear.
No, no,
I'm
not
here.
nuclear.
Shh, she's still
Nuclear.
talking.
Nuclear, yeah.
This
Oh,
happens
God.
every other word in her head.
Mazra's stuck with these two for the rest
I
of
know,
her
poor
life.
Mazra. Oh god.
She loves them.
He's got the patience of a saint.
Next time Kiona has questions, the Wayfarer is gonna ask her
Wow.
to bring Mazra to interpret.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's just like, God bless my daughter, but she is. But how does Laszlo put it about Nandor? Unburdened by the complexities of a university education.
Yep. Oh, Ghost, this is great. Thank you so much
This
for,
was so
as
cool.
always,
good.
putting together an awesome
Thank you,
session
guys.
for us.
Yeah.
Wolf,
And-
take a look at those. Actually, all you take a look at that Bastion
stuff,
system
yeah.
and
Yes.
decide to what extent, if any, you want to engage with it, or if you like the strongholds and followers system better.
Yeah.
Your
That'll
choice.
be our homework for next time.
You can mix and match. You can tell me I like this about this system. I like this about this system. You can tell me I just want to entirely use this system. I'm not interested in the other one. The other way around. Doesn't
All
matter.
about the
If you
home
tell me what
program
you
here.
like, yeah. And if you wanna do a little bit of this, if you tell me what you like about both systems, we can look up a fair way to merge them. I'm not so much concerned about whether it's balanced, more so than I want to make sure that everybody has their own little stronghold that is relatively equally good and satisfying for you to have compared to others. Don't want anybody to feel like, man, I don't get what I want. Foodle has such a cool keep, but my tower sucks. I don't want you to feel that way. That's all I care about. So
No, my
let me know.
tower is gonna be the shit.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. I can't wait till Kiona gets to like craft
Cry-filled
spells. Oh,
Magic tower.
that's gonna be so cool.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks. So we're just gonna wrap it up. I think for tonight, we're pretty tired, and some of us are not feeling
So
super
tired.
great. But thank you for being here. I think whose channel are we on next week? Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper.
Is it?
I
Is
think
it?
so.
Is it Woof or Ghost Pepper? I think it might
pretty
be Woof,
sure it's
actually.
Ghost.
Hold on a minute. I can figure this out real easy. It is Ghost Pepper. It is
Oh.
Ghost Pepper next week.
Wow.
I personally won't be around for next week's session, so maybe there can be Poodle's downtime and more exploration done while
Sure.
Kiona meditates.
Kiona can be doing meditating.
And she's gonna
I'll
have
even-
to go retrieve
I'll even
the
give
egg,
you-
But,
I'll even give you a bonus work week towards your training while you're away. Yeah,
yay! 6
Heck
weeks.
yeah.
we'll have you.
To Kiona.
We'll have you
Lottie.
doing like. You'll be doing lots of downward dog and tree pose and whatever.
Oh god,
Hmm.
in turtle form.
Holy shit.
You won't be doing downward dog and turtle form. That's for sure.
Is it up? Is it up? I don't know. It feels like it's up. It doesn't
You're
look
just
like
you're just
it's up.
laying on your shell. You're just laying on your shell.
Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you all on Ghost Pepper's channel next week. Ciao, friends. Bye.
Bye everybody.
Bye.